Yo, what's happening, man? What's going on with you? We back with some more of that space age. I don't know where he went.
Space age astronomy next. You know what it is. We here.
Nah, he disappeared. He coming back though. What it do, God killing the house, man? What's happening with you?
Man, taught these kids, man.
Already.
Taught just the whole motherfuckers act like they can't. Like, what the fuck, bro?
What you talking
What's
about?
the
What you talking about?
what's the what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers just read.
Oh yeah,
Motherfuckers
yeah,
act like
yeah.
we trying to go against it. Like what? Like we don't know what the hell we talking about.
Nah, yeah, you gotta
It's
read.
crazy,
You gotta
yo.
read credible sources. I mean, you gotta pick up a book every now and then. You know what I mean?
Every now and then, but it's not hard.
Nah, not
I'm
at
still
all. What
frustrated
it?
from yesterday's conversation with them idiots. Two religious nuts.
I don't know how you do it, man. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know why I do it. How is why?
the how and the why. You know what I
Right.
mean? Look, you got heart. That's all I'm gonna say.
Too much. Too
I,
much
I
heart,
get
yo.
I get I get I get tired of talking to him after about 10, 15 minutes, man. You know how I am, yo.
Because everybody thinking they know something, don't know what the hell they talking about.
You know what I mean?
Shrouded in the steeped in the non-expert traditions of the community, and they just think that means something. And don't have enough sense to. It's just crazy, bro.
Already.
What's up, Ant?
We got Space Age Anthony Bowman in the building.
Yo,
What's going
yo.
on, man? Got the Canon telescope in the back.
Yeah, had to pull a big gun out tonight.
Right, he pulled out the big gun.
Yeah, I mean.
Had to pull baby Hubble out.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah, yeah. I
Oh
see him. Look, he got the big gun. Ha!
man.
Hey,
Hey.
Elephant gun. Ooh,
hey,
cannon.
see, we're gonna have to get it straight what astronomy is.
Oh man.
That's astronomy, that right there.
Yes, sir.
Not proto-astronomy.
Not
This
at
is
Yeah,
all.
astronomy.
right. Nigga playing like we don't know what proto-astronomy is. Like they had one of them in Optoplaya.
They couldn't
If
do
they
this
ain't
here.
got that in Optoplaya, then
Nah,
they ain't got astronomy.
Yeah, they don't understand the nuances of what make astronomy, man. We gonna deal with that, you know.
yeah.
Lot
But
of math, lot of math, yo, lot
y'all
of math.
doing good, man. Y'all all right?
Nah, man, just looking forward to be around for a minute, sit back, just had that nice little loose talk, man, around the subject, bro. You know how we do.
Yes, indeed.
For sure. Yeah, it ain't gonna take long. It ain't gonna take long at all. We're gonna yeah, we'll get into a little bit of that proto astronomy and astronomy, the differences.
Do what you do first, though. I know y'all gonna get there.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little cosmic cartography, the
Mm-hmm.
galactic cartography.
Oh yeah.
That's, that's how they map the Milky Way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll never be able to see it from the outside.
Uh-huh.
Ain't no technology for that.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Like I talk about all the time, they have a space observatory out there in that L2 Lagrange spot out there where Webb at. It's called Gaia.
mm-hmm.
And for the last little over 20 years, if I'm not mistaken, it's been mapping the stars of the Milky Way. So they got a good idea of the way the stars are moving,
Uh-huh.
what this galaxy looked like,
Right.
doing it from the inside out. And what we're gonna do is match up the pictures that we take with the astronomy club to those areas. So this will be a long, this is astronomy here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a long because we got a lot of pictures, y'all. We got a
Uh-huh.
lot. So
You ain't got no stones to line up.
nah, my back ain't strong enough to drag them 2-3 miles. Nah, I can't do
Line some stones up and you got
it. No.
astronomy. Oh, it's crazy, yo.
ain't Hey, look, but look, the reason why they can't get the outside the Milky Way photos is because like how long would it take for an object that we put out into space to actually get outside of the Milky Way? What do they even call that? Like outside of the Milky Way? I know it's not interstellar,
Intergalactic.
intergalactic. Okay.
Yeah. So never.
So outside of the solar system is interstellar, and outside of
Yeah.
the galaxy is intergalactic,
Yeah.
and
See,
that's
it's
gonna take like millions.
Yeah, you
it's
gotta be in a
so
movie to do that.
Right.
yeah. See, in this presentation, we'll find out that the Milky Way is estimated to be like 1,000 light years thick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the thickness of it.
Man,
So
Light years. That ain't Earth. That ain't like our years. That's light years. So
that's how long
imagine.
it takes light to travel through the
Yeah.
thickness, and is estimated to be 100,000 light years wide.
Uh-huh.
is that the known though? That's the known.
Yeah.
That mean is what? If it's known, I mean there still could be more, right? Is that how that go?
Depending on the boundary that what stars are at the boundary, because that's what they're measuring. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
and they never speak in absolutes. So
Yeah.
estimated. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So to be able to get outside of that, to put that in perspective, Kent, they launched the Voyagers in the 70s.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
They just now, a few years ago, went interstellar, left the solar system.
Right.
Mm.
So that's been what, 50 years?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And they
No,
ain't
when it
no.
was in the 60s, right?
Nah, they launched them in the 70s. In the
Oh,
70s.
But the
yeah, man.
crazy thing is that ain't nowhere near the size of. It's like even reaching the next closest star will be what, 4 light years or something like that. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, 4 light years. So what, 4 light years? How many uh human years you think?
bro.
Earth years. I mean,
It's well, one thing I do know
I'm about to
is
put that
more
in
than 50.
ChatGPT.
Is more than 50 because I don't think Voyager has made it a light year, but it's been traveling 50 years.
Mm,
Because I think they launched one of them in like 75 and the other one in like 77. Either 75 or 77. They launched two of them a couple of months apart, but it was either in 75 or 77 is when they launched.
mm-hmm.
Can't remember exactly. Y'all can look into that. But I don't think they've traveled a light year yet. So
No.
I don't know, Kent.
No, Kenny don't take a what? Don't take a light year to get out to something
Well, it's
bunker, bro.
not my bad. So
Oh,
a light year is with distance, right? So
Yeah.
so I'm
mhm.
saying how long? Let me see. I'm gonna have to
I mean,
word that.
how many miles is it?
How many hours would it take? Or how many years would it take
Yeah.
to go
It,
4 light years?
How long it take for
At
light to
what speed?
travel in a year, nigga? That's
At a
what it
certain
say.
speed.
that's
At the
the
speed
light
of
year.
light, right?
No, I'm saying like as fast as that humans. Because I want to give them like an idea how long it would take us to get to the nearest star.
No, it's traveling speed of light, right? You can tell me and Ken don't know the hell we talking. No.
No, I know what you're talking
Hold
about.
on, Ken. Wait, it's
It's,
saying how long does it take light to travel in a year, bro? You
right,
get it?
right.
So it's gonna travel a whole year for 365 days. How far is that?
That would be
We gonna dumbfound. We gonna
You crazy.
it's right at
Yo,
six
get us
right
off
at
your
6
show. Put us
trillion
off.
miles, dog.
Yeah, there you
6
go. Yeah,
trillion
I'm about to say,
miles.
just put me and Ken off, yo.
So 6 trillion miles, bro.
That's
That's
crazy.
It
that's
travels
a
at what,
long way.
100? It said it travel at 186 miles per hour per second.
That's
Yeah,
That's fast as
186,000
that's crazy.
186,000 miles per second. That's
per
how
Right,
second.
fast light is
Yeah.
right,
traveling.
right. and nothing can travel that fast.
Yeah, we can't. We definitely ain't traveling that damn fast.
Nothing can travel fast as speed. Like they thought that particle did. Remember, they was wrong.
Well, gravity waves do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Gravity waves move at the same speed.
Wow.
Mm.
When did y'all figure that out and didn't tell me?
Man, I talked about that a while ago, dog.
when y'all
Pulled it
slipped
up
that
on the
in?
screen too.
Oh,
It's been a
man.
couple of years talking about that.
Wow, I was about to argue you down for about an hour. Mess up the show. Arguing, fighting. Like
Yeah,
a nut. Oh, wait, what? I know. Ain't never, don't know nothing about it. Just start arguing with you. That's how they do it, yo.
yeah. It's
I'm
crazy.
about to find out how long it's gonna take us to get to that nearest star, though.
It's 4 light years, Kent. So
But
that'll be
I'm talking about us. Like if we wanted to go to the nearest at the fastest that humans can travel,
Nearest star.
I'm trying to
well.
figure out how many years it's gonna
It
take
ain't
us.
gonna happen.
The nearest.
I
The
know,
nearest
I
is
know. I just want to
Andromeda,
give my
right?
idea, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey,
feel you.
Andromeda. Hold on. The
But that's
Andromeda is the nearest
No, that's the nearest
galaxy, right?
galaxy. Yeah, galaxy. But the
So
nearest
you think
star.
a star is closer than the galaxy? I don't think so.
Yeah.
The star is the closest star is Proxima Centauri.
Yeah, that's
It's
in
Okay.
our that's in our galaxy.
yeah, it's 4 million. It's 4 light years away from the sun.
Right.
And you know, Andromeda is the closest major galaxy. We got, you
Right.
know, some
Right.
dwarf galaxies that are a little closer, and we're actually merging with. As you know, there's a merger going on right now as we
I
speak.
thought so.
And then you got the small Magellanic Cloud and the large Magellanic Cloud, which you have to go in the southern hemisphere to see them, but they pretty bright. You can see them with the naked eye, but you have to be in the southern hemisphere. You know, you got to be up on the bottom side of the flat Earth. You got to be on the bottom.
Y'all crazy, yo.
Can't see it from the top. You got to be on the bottom.
That's
So
What?
you got to get to the edge,
And
climb down, and get, you know, to see that.
Y'all said on the flat Earth, you gotta go to the edge and make the left, slide down the corner,
Yeah.
and hope you can hold on when you get on the other side. That's funny.
It said a modern rocket would take about 100,000 years to get to the
Damn.
nearest star.
Yeah.
So
One
if we get
quarter of the age of
died,
human. One quarter of
we
the
done
age of
died
human.
before we get out the goddamn.
Before you walk to the spaceship, you're dead. The thought of it would kill you.
Bro.
I tell you, boy,
Hey, that's a lot of riding, man.
that's a long ride, boy.
100,000 years.
Yeah, man.
You know what's interesting? They even think that not the plier could make these types of calculations, yo. You know, because that's the type. You know, the Babylonians was good at what they was doing. They was definitely doing astronomy, but they
Well,
wasn't. But it wasn't mixed up. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
you know, they started with the math. They put the math to it.
Yeah, put the math.
But you know, astronomy is considered the first science.
Okay.
It's considered the first science. I mean, all throughout human history, man, we wondered, what is that? When we look out, I don't like to say look up. I want you to look out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can see more looking out than opposed to just looking up. You know, that's just me though. But we, as the human species, man, all ancient cultures have their own stories about the patterns that they saw in the night sky, when they saw them, because their survival depended on it. And those megaliths that were built were no more than calendars. That's basically what they were, nothing more. Because when those shadows or those certain stars lined up with this stone that they put there, that let them know it was time to do something. It was either time to move up to the highlands for grazing for your animals, or you know, whatever the case may be. So it was a calendar, dog. it didn't let them know what they were looking at. You know, like we were talking the other day, and I was letting y'all know that for some time, people thought that the sun was burning coal. They didn't know, they just saw this big old thing up there and it was producing some heat and they could feel it. That's all they knew. Now we know, you know, through modern astronomy that it's nuclear fusion going on in the core. We understand that now. But they didn't understand that back then. All they know is they needed it for the plants to grow. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't even know if they understood that part, but it was there.
Yeah, they knew it kind of gave, like, they kind of recognized that. Like, they kind of you know. But that's funny, yo. You thought they was burning coal, huh?
Yeah, man, they thought that's what the sun was.
How
You
long,
know,
how long did it take to realize it ain't burning coal? See, see?
I can't remember. It was. I think I saw that on Cosmos, man, with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Did he?
Neil deGrasse Tyson, yeah.
You know, yo, Ken got that. You got that series, don't you, Ken? I'm gonna watch
Yeah,
that.
both of them.
I believe that was on there. But once they figured out that because the coal, if it was coal, how is it being replenished with coal?
Oh,
right?
Shit. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they knew it had to be something sustainable. So it couldn't have been coal or wood, nothing like that. But that's during those times, that's what they knew that would burn. You know what I'm saying? So you can't knock them for that. That's what they knew. And it's no different between the proto-astronomy and the astronomy.
Right.
Napta Plow, those people, give them their credit for what they did. In their time, that was genius.
Yep.
Because it's stuff like that that brings you out of being hunter-gatherers, and now you can settle because you know and understand how the seasons work now, when you can plant. You know what I'm saying? So let's give them the credit that they're due. That was genius for their time. And they have some ancient monuments, I think in Portugal. And all of them, it's about 15 of them. And all of them are pointing to the east. And what they are long tunnels built made from stone. And what they would are suspected to have used them for was there's a star, Aldebaran, and when it rises close to the sun, it's hard to see because you got the sun. The sun blocks out everything in the cosmos to us. That's why you can't see nothing in the daytime but the moon. The sky is blue, the blue light scattered. You can't see no stars. But this particular star let them know that they needed to move to the highland with their animals to start grazing. And they suspect that's what these tunnels were built for, because it lines up perfectly. You know what I'm saying? During that seasonal change, it lines up perfect. So give them the credit. That's not astronomy. That's not telling you what the star is, the composition of it, the distance of it. That's not what they were doing. That's not even on their radar. You know what I'm saying? They need to know when they need to move these animals so they can keep the animals fed.
What they call it?
More practical.
Yeah. What they call it? Archaeastronomy, right?
Archaeoastronomy. So that's, I just wanted to get that off. That was dealing with a Facebook post.
Yeah, they didn't know why it was doing what it was doing. They just was observing.
They didn't even know what it was, Ken. They
Right.
didn't know what stars were.
Yeah.
You
So
know what I'm
that's what
saying?
separates it from astronomy, because astronomy
They know
is
what
when
it
you
is.
finding out why things are doing what they're doing, the causes and effects. You know what I'm saying?
You need tools, but you need tools that advance the human senses when you're dealing with astronomy.
Facts.
See, this is a telescope. This has mirrors in it, which are way more sensitive than my eye has evolved to be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure, you know, Uncle be a whole lot better than me about the evolution of body parts and particularly the eye. But our eyes didn't evolve to see faint stuff at night.
Nope. Ain't no benefit.
At
I
all.
need this.
Stargazing. That ain't no benefit to that.
Yeah. You know, so you need one of these to be able to see what's happening in the cosmos.
A tool. You sure the doggone didn't go up there and run around here and look?
Nah, dog.
Ancient
Hey,
Africans.
you
They
talk
couldn't
about
even-
Proxima Centauri. Sirius is 9 light years away. So
Oh man.
they'd have had to get there and get back, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy. Huh? You say get there and get back.
Come on now.
And that'll be what? Probably about 300,000 light years.
Come on, man.
long?
Almost a whole of human history, human existence.
So
It would have took them the entire human existence to do that shit.
that means the first Homo species had to leave. Soon as he hit the earth, he had to go. You
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
It was late.
Somebody
You know
lied
what?
to us.
The way y'all said that is good. I like the way y'all put that, man. It kind of gives. It's like y'all using like a ruler, like a measurement, so we can kind of see, you know, like we can kind of project about the different, you know, Homo species. And then you say they would have to immediately jump to get there. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, crazy.
But he'll just be getting back. So
He wouldn't even have got back.
we should be expecting him pretty soon here.
Fall out the sky.
Come on. Dog.
So that means everything before now is obsolete because he wasn't even back yet. So he couldn't have told him that.
Oh man.
So all that's made up, dog.
Is that brother?
Yeah, I was reading something up on the first person to create the telescope. Didn't even create the telescope to look at the stars. He created it to see things like from afar off. You know what I'm saying? On Earth, like ships or something like that coming from afar. And then Galileo was the first person to point it to the stars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he didn't even know what a galaxy was. He was just looking at things in the solar system. So yeah, man, it was just interesting, man. When you see the development of astronomy over time, you know what I'm saying, how they got better. I think Copernicus was he was like the first person to really do astronomy, right?
Well, nah, it was actually Galileo, simply because he pointed that joker at the moon and it knocked his socks off when he saw all them craters and stuff on the moon. But Copernicus, if I'm not mistaken, Copernicus was really big on the heliocentric model.
Right. Yeah.
But it was either him or Kepler. I get them mixed up.
The reason why I say Copernicus was doing astronomy is because he was doing science. Like he had the system, and he was actually trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, you could be right though on that one.
Well, now you got a good point. You make a good point because, like you say, it's really to our standards. You know, you get the observations. That's the main part of astronomy is the observations.
Right.
But what they were doing back then was drawing what they see.
Gotcha.
But when you start putting the numbers in the mix, you know, the distances and this stuff, You know, now you're really putting in some work.
Facts, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it was what really makes astronomy what it is the telescope and the spectrograph.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the spectrograph got its roots from your boy Brunson,
Mm-hmm.
with the Brunson burner. That's when they began to understand how the elements, the colors of the elements at certain temperatures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so now you got the telescope and you can put that spectrograph on it, which splits the light and analyze each ray of light. That's how you get your distance. That's how you get your composition. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get all it. So
Yeah, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go back and watch the show we did on that. That was the Dogon show, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
one of our best shows, yo. We need to run that again. Talk about all that.
We caught a couple of bodies on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, educational bodies, you know, shot them up with the books. They books stuck in their head and they figured it out. If you're gonna do the ESA.
Yeah.
E5. No, EFA.
He said he coming today, or he what he doing, man? He called you out, anyone? Ain't trying to. What he doing, yo? Later on, after we open the panel.
I'm gonna see him. I hit him up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sosa made a good point though. Okay, he says Kepler and Isaac are the closest to modern astronomy. Isaac Newton. That's who you talking about, right? Sosa, Isaac Newton. But yeah, I know Kepler. Like I said, I get him and Copernicus mixed up, but Copernicus was way before Kepler.
Gotcha. And then Herschel mapped out the Milky Way, right?
Well, now Herschel just kind of discovered a lot of stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know, he's credited with discovering a lot of stuff, dog. And to me, that's kind of suspect.
He's still in credit.
Well, it may not be him. It could be, you know, the people. Because, like I say, man, when you come down to objects in the night sky, it's what everybody agree on as far as what to call them.
Gotcha.
The names of it and who to give credit to for being the first one to discover it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's all about what everybody agreed to. What is the norm? You know, just like our catalog one day could become the norm. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's all that is. But using this thing right here, this has no kind of guiding system or nothing. You have to point it at something and look at it through the eyepiece. Right. This is not like the rig I use for my pictures. That's fully automated. You know what I'm saying? It's got objects already in the computer. I just type in what I want, hit a button, and everything it goes there, starts taking the pictures and all that. This is manpower. Now, he used a pretty big scope. I think it was a 12-inch scope. This is a 12-inch scope, and it's probably not as long as his.
What was it made out of? Wood and bubble gum?
Gee.
You
wish it cost like it was made of wood and bubble gum.
No, I'm talking about the one I was talking about. That we used.
The other dude one.
Yeah, yo, you know they ain't had no.
Yeah, they had some old janky shit.
But no, and he found a lot. He's credited with finding a lot of stuff, dog, in a short amount of time. I mean, he had to be finding 2-3 objects a night, and that's hard to do with one of these from experience.
And having to move that joker around, because look, you can't leave the telescope in the same area and then go walk to use the bathroom, come back. It's gonna move. Yeah, it move to another location.
You got to move with the rotation of the Earth plus the orbit of the Earth going around the sun.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to move in all those directions to keep an object in the eyepiece long enough to even get a look at it.
Yeah.
Now, as far as I know, there's no drawings that he left or none of that. They just list his name as the first person to see it,
Gotcha.
to discover it. So to me, that's a little suspect. I ain't, not
You
gonna
ain't
say
hating, it's just ain't some don't sound, some don't smell right.
from experience, dog. Because I never forget when I got this thing. The planets were pretty easy, but it's the stuff you can't see. Like, it was hard to find Andromeda with this. I was able to find it because I know where to look, but it was hard. With this thing, man, I'll be outside probably about 4 or 5 hours before I can even get anything.
What?
Yeah, man, this, bro.
Yeah, that dude probably ain't had no job or nothing,
Probably hurting your back.
Man.
That dude you talking about, yo, ain't had no job or nothing, yo.
Right, right.
That's all he did, bro. You know how they do.
24 hours outside.
Yeah, parents was rich already. He ain't had to do nothing but stand outside and stare at the stars, yo. I'm telling you, bro.
Man, yeah, this
thing. No, like,
now.
What time period was it?
Huh?
That was back in, what years that was, probably?
Years for what? With Herschel?
Yeah.
That was in the 1800s or early.
Yeah, ain't no light pollution, none of that, bro. That shit is sparkling.
Yeah, but still, it's a lot of stuff you still can't see that he discovered with the naked eye.
Oh, with the naked eye? Oh, yeah, nah. Yeah, you right.
No, I'm saying you can't see it with the naked eye, but he was able to see it with a telescope. But the bigger your scope is, the smaller the field of view you're looking at. See, like this one right here. This is a 72 millimeter telescope. This is kind of small, so it has a wider field of view.
Right.
Wow.
This is 1250 millimeters.
Okay.
So it's a much smaller field of view you're looking at.
But it's gonna get right up on it.
Yeah, see, like with this, when I look at Andromeda, I can't see the whole galaxy. I can only see the core. But if I put this, well, not with this camera, but with my other camera, it'll give me the whole field of view of Andromeda. I can see the whole galaxy. So that's the difference. The smaller your scope is, the bigger the field of view you'll get.
Just learn something.
So it's just, with him using them, if I'm not mistaken, it was a 12-inch telescope, and that is a 12-inch telescope.
Okay.
So I know what the field of view is, and like it took me like 3 nights to find the Crab Nebula, and the Crab Nebula is small compared, with the distance and looking through the eyepiece. That's the one we call Cedric. That's a supernova remnant. He wild. It took me like 3 nights to find it with this thing, man. Because it's small.
Wow.
So that's why I'm a little suspect when it comes down to all the discoveries. That's just me personally. I ain't trying to take no credit from the man. Not trying to do that. He's a major contributor to the field, but just.
Do anybody doubt him?
Nah. He's not doubted nowhere in the field. No. That's why I'm iterating. That's just me based off of my personal experiences.
feel like he was capping a little bit.
And I'm not trying to, ain't no way, shape, or form am I trying to impose today to him. I ain't trying to do that because I deal with light pollution.
Right.
Like you said, he didn't.
Yeah, that's got.
And he probably had more time. And he probably had more time to do it.
Oh yeah, that was his thing all night, every night. If it was clear,
Right.
that's the
Right.
only thing.
That's all he did. Right.
That
Stuck.
probably was his job to look
Yeah.
at the
Well, he was stuck. He was stuck in the stars.
stars.
So that's the difference between
Hmm.
proto-astronomy and astronomy.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I
You know,
sent Issa the link too.
Okay.
yeah.
Welcome them.
Well,
But
see.
that's. Hmm. I gotta look. You got me some homework on Herschel. Herschel, right? I said his
Yeah.
name right.
William Herschel.
William Herschel.
He in the
And after he
18.
passed, his sister made a bunch of major contributions too.
Oh, I
Is
didn't know that.
this the lady? Okay, is that the lady that mapped all the damn stars? It's somebody that mapped all the stars. It's a lady.
That
She
was
counted all the stars. Crazy.
what she did was she was able to correlate the colors of the stars to the temperatures.
Oh, that's what she was doing.
So she used the Brunson thing with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a few women, dog, and I'm forgive me, y'all, because I can't remember them off the top of my head, and what I remember their names, but which one did what I can't really off the top of my head. I look into that. But you had William Herschel's sister. I can't remember her last name is Herschel something. But then you had one named Henrietta Leavitt, and then you had Vera Rubin, and all three of them. I think one of them discovered pulsars. The other one was able to come up with the color, correlate the color to the temperature and the size. And the other one mapped a lot of stars. But them three
Caroline.
women were major.
Yeah, her name was
And it was
Caroline.
one of them's work was what Hubble used to determine that Andromeda was a different galaxy. It wasn't a nebula within the Milky Way, because that's what they thought Andromeda was at first. Now that I know for a fact you can see with the naked eye when you
What?
in a dark spot, Andromeda. Because I used to see that when I was young.
Really?
I
So
used to see, yeah,
you need to look at it?
Andromeda. I know exactly how to find Andromeda because I've been looking at it all my life.
Wow.
I can stand outside with you in your front yard and point Andromeda out.
Wow. What made you first look for that though?
Man, it was just, I was always amazed at all these little lights in the night sky. It just, I don't know, it's just been a fascination of mine all my life, dude. I always wondered, what the hell is that? What are all those little flicking lights?
Mm-hmm.
And I would see the constellation Andromeda,
Mm-hmm.
and I would see by one of the stars, it looked fuzzy, it looked like a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
But the cloud was always there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I knew it wasn't a cloud on Earth
Mm-hmm.
because it was always there by that spot.
Okay.
So I always wondered, okay, I see all these little sharp points of light. Now I see a little cloud. And then, but what I noticed before that, the first thing I would notice was what we call Bobby's Nebula.
Yeah, Bobby Banger.
This
That's my
is in the
favorite right there, boy.
constellation. We call it Bobby Banger, but the world calls it Orion. You can see that with the naked eye. You can go outside if you got a clear night. You can see that right now. That's so bright you can see it with light pollution. And it was cloudy, so I noticed this little cloud where Andromeda was. And as I got older and started learning and understanding how to read star maps and stuff, then that's when I learned that was Andromeda. I didn't know what it was for all them years, but I just remember it when I was a kid. And I guess through all those years, I always look up to see if it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just been a passion of mine, man, for as far as I can remember. And you know, my parents will tell you, my family, they'll tell you the same thing. The first thing I do when I walk out at night, I look up. It could be a snake on the ground ready to bite the shit out of me. I'm gonna look up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just habit. You know, Caroline Herschel.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Appreciate that, Lord Gould.
Yeah, let me shout the chat out, man. We got the wonderful Miss Lisa in the building all day. You know what I'm saying?
Black
First and
Panther.
foremost. We got Timmy Turner, 3488 in the building. Was having dog. Omar Reed was going on with you, man. Major supporter, man. Black Sunfold 3 in the building. Pseudo Killer Official Chilimwe in the building. Got Sunchild. Jolanda Pseudo Killer Official. What's going on with you? Gullah Gabrr. I'm gonna get your name right one day, yo.
Gotta go. That's the
Hey man,
guns, yo. That's how the young niggas shoot the guns. The
yes indeed. Hey, y'all check out his joint the other day, man. He did a real good job on
Yeah,
his
that was dope.
on his presentation, man. We got King Sosa, Pseudo Killer Official in the building, man. Who else? Gary, man. We at why? I think I sent you that link just now, man. My bad. I meant to send it to you earlier.
Peace, Gary. Yeah.
Who else we got in the building? Lord Goulds in the building. I think that's about Kelly Yeller B in the building. What's up?
That's Kelly.
Glad to have you.
That's Issa. That's
Oh, that's
Issa.
okay. I didn't know who the hell that was. Okay,
Yeah,
so
too.
Kelly, so Issa said the Neolithic people of Nat the Playa is considered archaeoastronomy, not proto.
Right.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
correct
you
on
crazy.
that. Yes.
Okay, so he agreed now. Shit, what you arguing about now, Ether? What's the argument, man? What's the disagreement? What's the debate about at this point? You already done conceded.
That's absolutely correct. That's archaeoastronomy.
He said,
But it's still proto, ain't it?
It's still proto, man.
It's just
Right,
a terminology thing. But
Right,
if you look up archaeoastronomy, that's what they're gonna pull up. Nap Playa.
Right.
That's because
come
when
on.
you look backwards, that's kind of like anachronistic, because not literally, but what you're doing is it's archaeology, anthropology, and so I'm saying so. You know, I'm saying so. That's what we describe it as, because to understand it, we use archaeology, anthropology, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Now it wouldn't be archaeoastronomy then, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Probably need to say it again.
In astronomy, the word proto has a distinct meaning. You know, you have protoplanets, you have protoplanetary systems, you have protostars. That's when they're building up to be these things.
Right.
When you use proto. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, protostar isn't a star yet.
No, not yet. It's becoming a star.
A baby ain't a man.
That's a proto man.
Yeah.
a proto grown man.
I think that's why I think that the misfire is that too, right?
Yeah.
It's like that's why I use that example, right? I said you have Anthony Bowman, the baby, the toddler, the prepubescent teen, the adult. It's still Anthony Bowman.
Yeah.
One's a baby, one, you know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
To confuse, right? So in order to keep it understood, we have to make sure we know we're talking about the baby, the toddler, and if you know what I'm saying, so we don't confuse.
Yeah,
the two,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what they're. I like to hear them have that little back and forth, like work that little part out. You know what I mean? But yeah, as long as we're not saying it's the exact same thing, I think I'm cool with that. You know.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm guessing. I'm guessing.
I'm good with that. I'm where you at on that, Sauce. Just make sure you make the distinction between the two, and whatever you want to call it, I ain't got no problem with it. But there is a distinction that has to be. Acknowledged.
I think Cedric was saying that.
You don't make a distinction that you blur the lines. You don't. There's no clarity. You don't know, then you wouldn't understand what changes were.
Yeah, that's
made.
yeah. That proto put it right at the put it where it's supposed to be at.
Yeah.
Essential though, like that's how humans get down. That's how we rock. We get down like that. We learn something, we add something to it. You know, like we get the shows better, we add something to it. We add and building.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how humans get. I mean, you know, like the religious thinking have you just pop up things. I think that was a hard conversation yesterday we had about that. We was trying to say, yo, it's on the timeline all the way to the scientific method. Yo, like it's not just they don't just. It's crazy how they didn't understand that. Yo, I think they think it's a knock, right? I think it's some kind of way you think you protecting the ancestors. That's what I think it is. That's what I think it boiled down to. People think they protecting their ancestors. That there's some kind of way we diminishing what they was doing. As if we saying we could get out there and do what not the Flyer did. It's crazy. That was the level. I think you said it earlier, Anthony. That was the level.
Yeah, but I think you should also be careful not to, like I said, to make sure you don't downplay what they did, right? Because sometimes people will be like, "Man, that's just observation. That ain't shit." It's like, hold on, bro. Like it was just like you were saying as a kid. Like, no, you got to first recognize it.
Yeah.
Then you got to start contracting. So, okay, hold on. Am I tripping? How do I make sure that this is there? And then you start finding things to correlate that. You know what I'm saying? And then, so it's not just, they start looking up, got lucky. Nah, they started figuring out ways to establish, differentiate. Okay, am I seeing it correctly? Well, how do I make sure I'm seeing it correctly? What can we do? You know what I'm saying? Where we put a stick right here, we put a stick over there, we come back at this. You know what I'm saying? So it's you start. It's a process that occurs there right now. So we don't make it the fully formed scientific method, but there's a methodology there to establish some type of framework, or you know what I mean, some type of empirical understanding of whatever you're seeing. You know, so.
Yeah, that was perfect, dog. Yeah, that's how science works, and I think the deniers have a problem with that. They want exact right now, and that's just not what you're gonna get from science. You know,
no. You gotta, in order to start wondering about Jupiter, it has to, like, you know, how much luxuries got to be afforded to you before you start caring about other galaxies beyond your galaxy.
For real.
You hear me? Like your stomach gotta be good and full, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta have peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff gotta be in place, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Because
And
that ain't got
conquer all your
nothing to
enemies.
do with survival here on this planet.
Yeah, you don't even give a damn.
Yeah, that's extra. That's extra stuff. You feel me? All that stuff would be in religion, like the imagination at that time, because we don't have time to focus on that. We could just philosophize what it is, and keep moving, bro. We don't got time to try to figure out what's beyond the moon.
They trying to figure out what they gonna eat tomorrow. You right?
Right. In defense, you know what I'm saying? How to protect what we got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
But they started. The ancient people, and you can find this throughout all ancient civilizations. They started to figure out when certain objects were in the sky, it was time to start doing this and that.
Yeah.
And that begin to bring us out of the hunter-gatherer and into being able to sustain, you know, settlements.
Yeah, large population. Yeah.
As you know when to plant. So now you can feed your people all year long, you know, whatever the case may be. But it was the correlation of what they saw, and then they were able to build megaliths to record it, which, you know, like I said earlier, mainly served as calendars. Basically, if you break it down and you just really think about it, it's a calendar. So that's genius in that time, dog. That was genius.
The ceremonial, calendar, religious ceremonial. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole purpose. But the main theme was calendar. You know what I mean? Keep track of time.
Would it be at most like what a meteorologist does?
Nah,
be even worse than, I mean, not
Meteorology
worse,
is
but would it be,
meteorology is
that wouldn't, it wouldn't even be that.
it's advanced,
Wouldn't be,
kid. Meteorology, that's advanced, bro.
no,
Yeah,
I'm saying, well, I say, well,
You talking
think
about-
about it like, think about it like this, right? If they trying to, if they try, I know they not being able to figure out weather patterns day to day, but like seasons. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so
yeah,
I mean, of course, it's not meteorology, but
when the plant,
it's,
when the plant,
yeah.
when the harvest.
yeah,
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
it would be more akin to like an almanac, Ken.
okay,
That's what we call an almanac today, which I know most country people or farmers know what I'm talking about, is what Naphtaliya was back then. Because it tells you when to plant
right.
based off of what's happening
What
in the
season
sky.
is? Yeah, but they don't know it's seasons. They just know that hey, when it's like this, the sky look like this.
Yeah.
Well,
When it
they
feel
just
like
didn't
this, the
call
sky
it
look like this.
seasons. They may not call it season, but they know that they know what it
It's
is.
different.
They knew it was something
They know
going
it's a
on.
change.
It was a
Yeah.
pattern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they know it's a change.
What was green started turning brown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Leaves
And
start
then
falling.
like,
Yeah, that don't take a whole lot of. I mean, once you kind of figured out that those types of changes, so you might not have those, but you recognize it. You actually tracking your food too, your water and all that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of,
And
you
you
know
ain't
what I
really
mean?
got nothing to do but look up sometimes and shit. You ain't got no TV, no phones, and nothing, you know what I'm saying?
You
Yeah,
just
you
right.
can
That
sleep
might
at
have been
night.
entertainment.
Yeah, if you couldn't sleep, shit,
You looking at
that's
the sky.
that's the best time. I mean, you know,
You know
like
they
you
hunt. They
said,
don't. Yeah, they hunt. They don't hunt at night. The daytime is when they sleep.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be hunting at night. That's the predators got the advantage. At nighttime, you can't see. So at
Yeah.
yeah,
nighttime, that's when they're gonna be sitting still. You
Chilling
know,
and
and it's
talking about the
observing and
sky.
just looking. Yeah, looking. You know what I'm saying, yeah. And they shit. I can imagine without all the smog and all the feeling
Oh
how
man. Beautiful.
crazy. You know what I mean? Shit, man. That shit was so special back then. You know,
They came
like
up with
yo.
all their stories.
You can't even imagine how beautiful it looked. They probably like, yo, you seen that? Like, yeah,
man. Well, you know, they because they're of their level of understanding, you know, everything they saw was attributed to a god.
yeah.
So, you know, they were definitely looking. That's for sure. They was looking up. But as far as like I say,
It wasn't
it
doing
was a
astronomy.
lot of mythology tied into what they were, what they did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's is if you can go find in the meta nature that the star operates off a nuclear fusion, I need that. That you're not gonna find it because they had no idea. All they know is what they saw. So
Miss Lisa said, "Who do you go to? Who are your go-to astronomers, or where do you go when you have a question about astronomy?"
I'm gonna have to find me another one because
Yeah,
I ain't heard from my boy in a minute.
Faraji?
He reached out 3 times. I ain't got no response. So I'm
he
gonna have
might
to
be,
move on from that spot.
he
But
might be busy.
I have no one at the moment, Miss Lisa. Now, if I really, you know, not on a personal level, but as far as information, it depends. Space.com is one of my favorite sites.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Neil deGrasse Tyson, which he's more astrophysics.
Right.
Astronomers, I don't know.
What do you mean?
It's
So what do
quite
you
a
mean?
few.
You said so what you mean? Like you more like the black hole thing versus like what do you what why you make that differentiation with Neil
Now
right there?
Neil talk about all kinds of astrophysics shit.
No, but I know, but he
Yeah.
was like Neil, but that's more astrophysics. I'm saying I was wondering why you made a distinction. Like,
Well, see, like I say, astronomy is dealing with more of observation. Astrophysics is all the
all the
formulas
mathematics.
and
Okay, yeah.
Right.
All right.
you know what
All
I'm
right.
saying.
Right.
Yeah,
So
because your
as
man's was
far
doing the
as
black holes, right?
yeah, that's more along the astrophysics line. It has become astronomy, well, falling on the astronomy side, because now we can take pictures of a black hole. So you know what I'm saying? Like I say, that astronomy is now astrophysics is included in astronomy. But when you're dealing with astronomy, you're mainly dealing with the observational aspect of it.
Okay. You know what? Like I said, that ain't my thing. I did not know that. So I didn't put it all together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
When I argue with him for an hour, just argue with him for an hour as if that's how we roll.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna ask question guy. I ain't finna bang out. I'm gonna get my answer real quick, and we gonna figure out how to move.
Well, like I say, you have astronomers and you have astrophysicists and you have cosmologists. Cosmology is more like the philosophical part of astronomy. Those are the ones who's coming up with the theories and, the what ifs. See, the cosmologists are the ones who talk about the wormholes and the multiverses. That's the cosmologist part of it. Like I say, the astrophysicist, he's breaking down the numbers. He's dealing with the formulas and all that. And the astronomer, he's the one gathering the information. He's gathering the data. You know what I'm saying? Like this, in astronomy, this is data. We say a picture, but when you're an astronomer, this is data.
Yeah, if you know what them colors, if you know what them colors mean.
So
yeah, exactly.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so like with psychology, that's the umbrella. And under psychology, you have clinical psychology. So you wouldn't fit. So astronomy is the umbrella still, right? And then astrophysics is like the branch, the different branches, whether it's cosmology. I normally match them all together. Honestly, I didn't even really separate Neil from a cosmologist.
And you ain't wrong for doing it. You wouldn't be wrong for doing that. But it's been said that astronomy is the first science.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
So, it's like you say, it's the umbrella. But then you got the branches up under it, which, but they all fall into astronomy, into that category. Pretty much. The astrophysicists, they give you the answers. Like I said, they use the formulas and the mathematics to determine a lot of what we see is what we see. How big is this star? What stage is that star in? They take these pictures, they take that data, and they analyze the data. And they come up with all the information we can. And the information is in the light. So that's how you can get things like Proxima Centauri is approximately 4 light years away. Or it's because the color of it, which from that color, they can tell the temperature. And from that temperature, they can get the size. So that's, kind of how it works. As far
that makes sense. That makes sense too. You can tell, you can see why. I understand now why Neil talks like he talks sometimes. I think he be knowing certain numbers. That the color blue is 7.5 meters. So that makes sense now.
Yeah, and see for what we doing, Sosa, I have these. These are filters, and they only allow light at a certain nanometer through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
what does that do? Like what does that help with?
It blocks out, for one, light pollution.
Yeah.
And any other light. See, it's designed to allow only a certain type of light through. Everything else will get blocked out.
Right.
Peace to you, ODO. Appreciate you coming through. That's what it does. So all the street lights and all that, it won't get through the telescope to my camera. This sits in front of the camera sensor. So it blocks out certain wave bands of light. And I got a few of them, but they block out different. They only let a certain type of light through, which is hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen. And like in this one, this picture in here, like all that red is hydrogen. Yeah. All this white, that's ionized hydrogen. The blue is oxygen. And sulfur, the sulfur would be like more of a greenish, if I'm not mistaken. The sulfur 2 would be more of a greenish color. So that's where the Bunsen burner comes into play. Understanding that and how that process has grown to become spectrometry. You know what I'm saying? You get your spectrograph.
A little bit about the guy, right? He was a guy that noticed the colors of the flames.
Yeah. Yeah. It was him that figured out that elements burn at a different color at different temperatures.
Yeah.
And it was one of those three women. Yeah. Okay. Yellowish. Yeah. You got that said. That figured out how to apply that to stars. And what I like to do is like, give me an open flame. You can use a propane tank. A gas stove is best. I can do it good at my mom's house because she still got a gas stove. But when you light that flame, at the very base of that flame, you can see that flame is blue.
Yeah.
And then it fades to white, then to a yellowish orange, and then to red. Well, that's the same way that stars are, categorized. Those blue stars are the hottest stars. And next you have the white stars, which are, next in line, and so forth to the orange, to the red. Yeah. The red stars are the coolest. The blue stars are the hottest. And you can see that in a flame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the red stars about to die, right?
Yeah. Either, well, it depends.
The red giant.
Them red giants and them super red giants, yeah. Super red giant getting ready to either go supernova or it's finna phase over into what some people call a wolf red star. But they just, when they get like that, they're switching from burning a different, fusing a different element. You know what I'm saying?
What causes a star to go super versus normal size? You know what I mean? What causes the size differential you see in stars?
The mass. It's how much how much material is contained within the star itself.
Okay.
Yeah. See, our sun, like Gary said, it'll be a red giant. It's not gonna go supernova. What's gonna happen is once it runs out of helium, it's not gonna be able to fuse the carbon, I think, will be next. It's not gonna be able, there isn't enough gravity to continue to put that pressure on the core to fuse carbon. So it's gonna like just float away. And once we get into this series, we'll see all those pictures. I got all those. I got like I said, the planet, that's what's called a planetary nebula. Now, so when you're dealing with a supernova, the initial star has to have a certain amount of mass. And that's one of those numbers. I can't remember how many solar masses that is, maybe like at least 2 to 3 times the size of the sun. So a solar mass is a measurement that we use to compare the mass of stellar objects. The solar mass is the mass of the sun. I don't know the exact number, but that's called the solar mass. So if you have two solar masses, that was something twice the size of the sun. So you need a star to be its initial mass. You know, when the nuclear fusion kicked in, there had to be enough mass for that star to be twice the size of the sun, and its eventual fate would be a supernova. Now, the more massive those stars are, is going to determine if it becomes a neutron star or a black hole. The neutron star, it's what they call a neutron star, but it's not really a star. It's the remnant of a star's core after a supernova. So the supernova was not strong enough. The gravity within the star, due to the mass of the star, was not strong enough to collapse that core. So it became a neutron, what we call a neutron star. And when you're dealing with neutron stars, you're dealing with, give me 1 second.
Hey, so you can see a red giant when you look up in the sky at night, man. Look up Beetlejuice. Get that that's a little app.
Let me thugging, kid. I never look up.
Hey yo, it's an app.
I swear to God, I'm afraid to never look up. I get caught.
No, man.
I look up over the car. You drive,
Man, the real gangster know what the sky looking like at night, man. So you know what streets you on. You know what I mean?
Man, where he said? He ain't get up here yet, man.
Nah, he's scared.
After all that talking on Facebook, yo, ain't nowhere in the world, yo.
I don't know if
I ain't even gonna let you live it down, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna let you live that down, yo. You did the whole Facebook campaign, yo. Yeah, yo, you supposed to let your voice be heard, yo.
Send him the link.
Did all that.
Send him the link.
Man, I've been sending the link.
Well, he was in the chat. Didn't y'all put something up on the screen? He said
came in disguise, yo. He had a hat on and some glasses, some shades. Came in the show looking like somebody.
I didn't want to know if
we don't know. Hey, look, we don't know who Kelly is. What the hell you talking about?
I ain't even see it.
Nigga talk shit for 2 weeks.
But
they called.
I didn't want to know
they talking about.
Go away or something.
Hey, one question,
Jesus
real quick. Audio said, "Brother, how big will our sun red giant? Will our sun red giant be? Will be? I think I read most inner planets will be gone.
Yeah, it's we do know it will expand enough to engulf the Earth. So it'll probably reach Mars, maybe. If not, it'll definitely get halfway. You know, it's gonna get to Earth.
Gary said the first 4 planets.
Yeah, it probably. If I'm not mistaken, Mars.
Y'all ever seen the Wikipedia article where it showed the size of the sun, yo, in relation to the planets? Crazy. Yeah. Don't even make no sense, yo.
You can't even see the Earth hardly.
You think about how far away.
So what? It's 4 rocky planets and 4 gas planets. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
Crazy.
You know though, when you look at them black holes, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of like that's spooky in itself. It's like then what is space? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like a black hole is like a rip in the fabric of space. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't really even make sense on a naturalistic level in my mind.
Well, maybe this will help you.
Like, how can something unfold? It don't even make sense.
Because on the smallest level, yo,
just keep this in mind when you're thinking about black holes or what they may, the shape of them. They have poles, and we know that because some supermassive black holes have jets, which they call quasars. And they have a jet coming out of each end, 2 jets off of each end of it. So it has poles. So that, just knowing that kind of keeps me on a from wandering too far off the path. You know what I'm saying? Of
Yeah.
what a black hole could possibly be.
All right, but listen. Here's how I'm looking at it. Tell me if I got it wrong. When I think of a black hole, we walking in on land, and we approach an area that's collapsed in itself on that flat level. We looking down, we don't even know what's down there, where it goes. Like people talk about coming out somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? like what is that? Like, is that am I seeing it correctly when I think of it like that?
Yeah, I mean, you are, because a lot of scientists compare it to a waterfall, an endless waterfall. That's what a lot of scientists, compare it to. So you're not far. You're not far.
Where is it going though? Like, what is it going to?
In on itself.
Oh,
that's
it's like
the
space, like a dirt, like a dirt layer that goes however many. You know what I'm saying?
That's the question we trying to get the answer
to. I think it's like, isn't it like at the atomic level though? Like it's so compressed to where it's like the gravity's so strong that it just compresses almost infinitely or some shit.
We don't know, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing they do know, that there's no gravitational force that we know of that's stronger.
It keeps it keeps a photon from escaping it. Like, think of a photon, the fastest thing in the world, and it can't.
And those jets that I was talking about, that's material that can't make it in the black hole. So it's being twisted around by the magnetic field of the black hole, because whatever it is, it's also spinning very, very fast, because everything around it is going at a fraction of the speed of light. So you have so much friction built up. That's how we can see
that fire,
the accretion disk. That's from all the material that's caught in that accretion, going in the spin of the black hole.
Right.
And due to that rapid spin, the magnetic fields concentrate on those them jets, and those jets are bigger than the planet than the galaxy is wide. Like I say, the Milky Way is 100,000 light years wide. Well, you got these jets like 5 million light years long. You know what I'm saying? That's how powerful, and we can see those from 12 to 13 billion years, or a few million years after the Big Bang. They can see these damn quasars. They're called quasars. So that's very powerful, to travel 13 billion light years across the universe, dog. That's powerful.
Yeah, man.
And it's pulling faster than the speed of light. Oh, is that incorrect? Because they were saying, like, since light can't escape it, then the pull.
No, it's the strength.
The strength.
It's the strength of the gravity that keeps light from escaping it.
Yeah, the photon is like an actual thing traveling, and it's like something damn like, now get back over here. You know what I'm saying? It can't even. So like, we see the light around it or whatever, but the
because
light
it bends the light.
Right, but the reason it's black is because the light's not coming to our retinas to show us what that is.
the actual light that a black hole, whatever it is, would be emitting, the gravity is so strong that it pulls the light back on it.
And that's why we can't see it, because our eyes don't see it. We're not getting them photons to our retinas, traveling to our retinas to be able to see what's there.
But it's those black holes that also prove Einstein correct when he says that space is like a fabric woven out of space and time. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter where you at, if you, like I've said this before, if you I'm sitting right here, I set this cup right here, and I get up and go over into the other part of my house. I've just created space and time between me and this cup. Because it took time to get over there, and there's space that I had to go through to get,
Right.
to get back to it. So with that being said, when you're dealing with a black hole, the gravity is so great that the light on the opposite side of it is being bent back toward, and we can see that light. We can see the light on the opposite side. If you look at a description of a black hole, you'll see a ring around it, and then a ring, you'll see like 4 rings, well, 3 rings. You can tell there's a ring going across it like the equator, but then you'll see a something on the back and on the bottom. That's the light on the other side of the black hole being bent back towards us. Now, everything emits light in all directions. Light travels in all directions. You know what I'm saying? It's nighttime to us, but we know the sun is still shining when we look at the moon, because the moon reflects the light, from the sun. Mm-hmm. The sun don't stop shining. It's just that light can't reach us because our part of the planet is on the opposite side of where the sun is shining, but it's daytime on the opposite side. You know what I'm saying? We know that. So light travels in all directions. When you get, like I said, with the black hole, you can see the light from the back side of the black hole. It's crazy. It's dope. They linked so many radio telescopes around the world. They linked them together to make one telescope. So you got a telescope with the aperture of half the planet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what they used to get these pictures of these black holes. M87 A star, which is the black hole in the galaxy M87. And they got a picture of the black hole in our Sagittarius A star in our galaxy. They got pictures of them, and pictures are getting better and better. You know what I'm saying? Getting better and better. So it's them black holes, man. That's my favorite subject when it comes down to astronomy. Stars and black holes. I can go all day on them.
Yeah, I feel it's just mysterious. You know what I mean? A lot of mystery to it.
Yeah, I like to study the aliens, man. That's what I'm interested in. Where they at?
Yeah.
Nah, I just messing.
Yeah, man. That.
Miss Lisa said, "What exactly is the black hole spitting out, or does it?"
Well, it's like I said. Those jets are particles that are caught up in the magnetic field from outside around the black hole. There's nothing itself that the black hole is spitting out. So there's nothing that we know of can escape a black hole. It's just that the magnetic field from the rotation, the fast rotation of the black hole, causes the magnetic fields to get concentrated at the poles, and then you have the accretion disk with all that dust and rocks and stars. You have stars caught up in the accretion disk, dog. Planets, not planets, but dust, rocks, all that is caught up in the accretion disk. All of that stuff is creating friction, and you have particles that are getting caught up in that magnetic field, which are being shot out, away from the black hole due to the magnetic fields, but there's nothing actually being spit out by the black hole. So it's like I say, as far as we know, nothing can escape a black hole, but it definitely distorts the fabric of space. It does that. Because that's the only thing that can make light, bend light like that. So it's and another reason they were saying that they're trying to figure out if light travels on a gravity wave, or is it creating a gravity wave as it travels? That's one of the things they're trying to figure out. But they both move at the same speed. A gravity wave and a photon, they move at the exact same speed, the speed of light.
Already. Hey, did you want me to get that link?
Man,
I know you
Yeah, you
you had
shut it
something you
up.
wanted to. Did you already do what you was trying to do? Or you?
Yeah,
You gonna do
we shit, it's already an hour and 20 minutes, dog. Like I said, I get to going on this, dog.
Oh no, hey, there ain't no thing. Shit, we got plenty of days, man. Shit, that's the beginning, yo.
Hey, you know, this
man,
my lane right here, though. So this
Already.
it's hard to get me quiet on this here.
Hey,
But
the
I
link
love
in
this
the
question.
link in the chat if anybody wanna jump
man, the
on.
nigga ain't hitting the link, man. The nigga talking about DMG. Man, that's what I hate, yo. I hate that. I hate cowards, yo.
He said what? The
I hate
deal who?
cowards. I hate cowards. Still talking. Stop texting me, yo. You don't got no heart. I don't respect that. You
You
was on
scared.
Facebook for a whole month before anybody knew you was even talking about. Called us a call, talking crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. You supposed to come up and back that up, yo.
My
You
thing was
supposed to
how's
definitely get on here and talk about astronomy and teach us, yo. You seriously, bro. Yeah. Like we just figured out about archaeoastronomy. Yo, get out of here, man. And like that ain't proto-astronomy. Knock it off. Yeah, I just hate that, bro. Like no heart, yo. Like it's YouTube, bro. We ain't fighting in the street.
he rather run a Facebook, man.
Rather run a DMG, nigga. If he on DMG talking shit, y'all know I'm gonna hit that motherfucking link and beat the brakes off of him, guaranteed.
What he said he said he going DMG?
Yeah, he said go to D. Let's do it on DMG. First of all, you ain't even
Yeah.
got to wait up. You ain't got to wait up to even think I ever was going to debate you. Like, I'm never doing that. Like you just get that. Yeah, I'm not debating somebody anywhere near my equal. Not doing that.
You ain't never
No, we're
seen
not doing
Creed?
that.
Who raised this guy?
Yeah,
You
we
never
ain't doing
seen
that.
Creed? Huh? You got to give him that. Remember, like Creed, that last one when dude got out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, then he called him out. You got to give. You
got
gotta
to
give
give him
him
that
This ain't
fade.
Creed, nigga. This ain't Creed.
Yeah,
It's YouTube.
You feel like you made it because of him, like you know what I'm saying. He got knocked off.
Yeah, really.
And you rolled to fame. You feel me?
Yeah. He talking crazy.
said
Yeah,
when
he
you
better
better
go
Man,
ahead
want a
with
shot
that.
at the belt, man.
We were selling bean pies, man. Come on, man.
You want a shot at the belt,
Right.
huh?
Just come on, bro. Come on, man. You know come on, man. You know we up for the conversation on astronomy, bro. Like that ain't no. Come on, yo. Yeah, like it's a big deal. We didn't beat people half to death on this. This ain't the first rodeo.
Nah, not at all.
This is what we do. Well, archaeoastronomy. By the way, man. By the way, what? Stop it. That's what they call all proto-astronomy sites.
Yeah.
Man, you can't be serious, man. Read a couple. You ain't even reading the whole articles. Nah, stop texting me that nonsense, man. It's blasphemy, yo. Knock it off. No heart.
Not at all.
It's not surprising though. That's what they do when they sneaking around, scaring around, making Facebook posts with get 2 views, right? And say I'm running, nigga. I ain't know you was posting on Facebook like that. Craziest thing ever, yo. Oh man. Now I'm gonna talk that talk now since you ran. Call up a couple of the homeboys and say, you know the nigga ran, right? Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
He's a runner.
I'm going in the round away campaign. Yeah. That's the guy to do it, bro. After all that. Yeah, you need to get that thumbnail together though, yo. Yeah, I feel like banging. I'm gonna bang tomorrow. Get that thumbnail.
Got you.
Epa, you are under arrest. Running around teaching pseudoisms in the black community.
Habitual offender.
Yeah, you know, habitual offender. You made Facebook posts, you did all that, and it was time. Right? You got the great, and you know what happened, Anthony? Hide that telescope behind you, yo.
That telescope intimidated him, yo.
That's what scared him.
He's like, oh, this nigga for real.
He ain't know you was taking pictures of the sky, yo. He ain't know.
Well, you showed him that picture, dog. Well, no, I guess because over there I'm Anthony Bowman, but yeah.
Come on, man.
You put that picture of Dr. Mahat up there. He ain't see that?
There. Yeah, they don't know. He thought that was a water fountain behind you.
Oh
No,
man.
man.
Get
My
out of
mama
here,
thought it was a
yo.
water heater when I had it delivered.
Oh man.
She
Look how
thought it was
big
a
is a
water
water
heater.
heater, yo.
We
But
don't
that
know what
thing big,
yeah,
man.
that's crazy. We don't know what astronomy. We got a whole space age astronomy club. Yo, knock it off.
Man, we in the careers behind that, man.
Yeah, you tripping, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right. You better not hit that link. I dare you. I double D dare you now.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do it.
They don't hit no link. Grab a couple half-read articles, man. Yeah, drop that link though, man, so you can get up there and teach. Finish teaching, man.
Yeah,
Let me get back to our regular scheduled programming. Just can't believe that, man.
Yeah. Anybody got any questions or want to make a comment? More
Ether.
than welcome. You're more than welcome. But what I want to do is back to what you was asking me about them black holes, Sosa. Now one of the controversies, well, not controversy. Nah, I take that back. Not a controversy. One of the questions is, okay, when I was speaking on them quasars, those are supermassive black holes. So you have different categories of black holes, dog. You have stellar mass black holes, which comes from a star.
Right.
When that massive star ends its life, once it goes through those elements on the chemical chart. Once it reaches up to iron,
Like what our sun gonna do.
Yeah, it takes more energy to fuse iron than it gives off. So there you have the major imbalance. That's when the core collapses and all the material within the star bounces off that core. It'll either collapse the core, or if it doesn't collapse the core, like I was saying, you get a neutron star. That's what they call it, but it's the core of a massive star. If it collapses the core, it becomes a black hole. And that's called a stellar mass black hole, which usually it'll be 2, 3 solar masses. Well, they find these, what I was talking about with those quasars, running the numbers based off the light, those are billions of solar masses. But they're very early in the universe's history. So they're trying to figure out how in the hell did they get so massive so soon. They seeing these things like 400 million years after the Big Bang. So how did they get so massive so fast? Because running the numbers, a stellar mass black hole it ain't been enough time in the universe's history for a stellar mass black hole to grow into a billion mass black hole, or supermassive black hole. And they find supermassive black holes at the center of damn near every galaxy they've observed. It has a supermassive black hole in it. So like the one at the center of our galaxy is 4 million solar masses. The one at the black hole that they observed at M87 is a few billion solar masses. So you got all these different sizes. You got the stellar mass. Now the elusive one is the intermediate mass black hole. They got the stellar mass and the supermassive, but they got a few candidates, but nothing certain yet on the in between, the intermediate mass black hole. So that's a different. Black holes are a totally different ball game to itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's what really fascinates me, though. The black hole. There's, in my opinion, nothing is nothing is greater than a black hole. What's that?
Gary was asking if you saw that article he posted about the black hole at the center also has dark matter.
No, I didn't see that, Gary. I had to go through there and check that out. But that's
You talking
dark
about the center
matter
of
is
at the center of our galaxy, right?
yeah, and dark matter
That's a whole
that's
nother
serious too.
a whole nother thing.
Yeah,
So you
that's
think the
serious
speed
too.
of light? I think they say the what is it? Is dark matter that's making the expansion speed up, or what's that?
Now that's dark energy.
Dark energy. God,
Dark matter is
dark
what
energy making it speed.
basically is holding everything together
Yeah, crazy.
and formulates the cosmic web. But it definitely holds galaxies together. And you can measure the dark matter, but you can't detect it.
Mm.
You can see its effects on the fabric of space. If Einstein is right, you know what I'm saying, which every test that's been done has been, proved that he was right and that space operates as a fabric. You know what I'm saying? So dark matter is measurable, but you can't detect it. You don't know what it is. It doesn't react with anything that we know to produce give off any kind of energy that we can detect. But you can definitely see the distortions that it causes.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the cosmic web, which is
like all of the galaxies, I mean, like all of the everything in that big web.
Yeah, where you get these clusters of these super clusters of galaxies, they're all like moving on a highway.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And there's what you have voids, what they call voids.
Yeah.
That's where the expansion is taking place, in those voids. So it makes it look like a web, not like a spider web, you know what I'm saying? But you get that web type appearance from it.
Yeah,
and you don't find a lot of those voids.
You know what y'all should do at me, like something like
galaxies.
that. Something like that, you know what I should do? Like very commentary like that. Like we got to be able, we can damn
show the picture of
a little visual clip, a little quick little 15, 20-second visual image right there to see exactly like what you mean by, you know what I mean?
That shouldn't be too hard to do.
That one thing for astronomy and astrophysics, this type of conversation, I think y'all probably got the most, colorful, beautiful scenery that can be used. You know what I'm saying? Like, even I just zone out sometimes with astro, just watching a little bit, just because of the colors and the magnitude of shit you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can watch like a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, so you ever been to the Science Tellers Museum out there in Cartersville?
Absolutely not.
Oh yeah, man. That's you need to take a trip out there one day, man. It's probably about that far away. Let's look it up on your phone or whatever one day.
Where's it at?
Cartersville. It's in Georgia.
Cartersville.
Yeah, look that up one day on your phone, man. See how far that joint is. But it's a nice museum. It got a lot of this astronomy photos and it's a nice museum. Put it like that.
But shit, I'm about an hour. Look at like an hour away from it.
Yeah.
Look right now. Yeah.
Check that joint out.
I moved so far back. I can get to Alabama faster than I can get to the city.
Golly. You all the way out there west.
Yeah, I'm gone. No.
You ain't even in Atlanta. You can't even claim Atlanta no more, man.
Nigga out the country.
Yeah, he out the state, man.
Country bunking.
The hell is going on? That's so that right there is a bunch of galaxies.
Yeah.
Like when you zoom it all the way out, that's what the cosmic web is, right? It's a bunch of galaxy clusters. And it shows you, it's crazy.
That's the web. So it's like they just call it a web because of what? Why they call it a web?
They just
look like a web.
Yeah.
So it's actually so what's touching?
Okay,
It ain't
all of
touching. It's
this,
just it's so
Where it's
many of them.
so many of it. I got you. I got you.
yeah, all these is okay. You got streams of hydrogen with
Okay.
galaxies in
Okay.
those
Okay.
in,
Got
in
you.
those streams.
Got you.
The dark spots,
Uh-huh.
those are the voids.
Mhm.
That's where they measure the most of the galaxies.
What do you
I
mean by
mean,
a
the
void?
universe's
What do you mean?
expansion in these
You mean a
voids.
void? What do you mean a void? Like, what is it like?
There's nothing there.
Nothing there? What do you
It's
mean nothing? What do you mean nothing there? Like a black hole? How
like
can nothing not be there?
no galaxies, none of that.
Oh, it's
No
like an empty
gas.
space. Just not just
It's
ah.
there's no gas.
Yeah, space is
All
void.
the matter,
What
all of
makes
the
it empty
matter
though?
is in these red streams.
Like what makes it empty? Why is that empty though? Like do you know?
That's
Because
that's
space
one of the
is empty.
questions. That's
no, I know, but
and
why can't it, you know what I mean?
it's because of the dark matter. Dark matter is forming these streams. It's like funneling the hydrogen and all the matter, the galaxies and all that is being these. They say they refer to dark matter as like a scaffolding. You know what I'm saying? It's creating the boundaries between the matter, the areas with matter, and the areas that don't have any matter. So the voids, there's some matter in them. It's just not what would be expected,
Right.
and it's very little. And that's where they measure the expansion of the universe is in these voids. Now this is a lot of area, or from tip to tip, that's the universe. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just, and I think this is just a piece of it, but the cosmic web is what is encompassed by the universe. You know what I'm saying? So all the things that we've taken pictures of, observed, when you back it out, this is what they see.
This is new, like, or had they already been known this or this like
It's I can't remember when it was discovered.
pre or after James Webb?
Let me see what they say. But it's been around for a few years though. It ain't. This is not what. No, this didn't happen like back in the 60s. This is new. This I think they discovered this like in the late 90s, early 2000s.
All right.
Something like that. Yeah, this is fairly new.
So you said dark. What'd you say? Dark matter, dark energy. Which one they think is just gravity?
Dark matter.
Is what they think is just gravity.
It acts like gravity. It distorts, you know, the fabric of space. Dark energy is what's driving the expansion.
So they confirmed. I thought they hadn't confirmed it though.
No, they know they can detect and measure the effects of both. They're called dark because they don't know what it is.
Right.
So
I
they
could have
straight up
sworn I read something and
understand
said it
it
was
like
just
that.
gravity or something.
But yeah, it says the cosmic web is the largest cell structure in the universe, consisting of a vast web-like network of filaments and sheets of dark matter and gas that connect galaxies and clusters. It serves as the scaffolding for galaxy formation, with denser nodes hosting large clusters, while massive empty voids lie between the strands. So that's like I was saying, it's when you listen to a lot of astronomers or scientists talk about it, they talk about it as a dark matter as being the scaffolding of the cosmic web. And the cosmic web goes back to right after the Big Bang as well. So it's dark matter, all that stuff can be measured close to, you know, the cosmic microwave background. So it's been around since the beginning.
Yeah, that's crazy, boy.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna hook up my Universal Sandbox game to this junk. I gotta go back and re-download it or whatever. But it's a fun game if y'all ever come across it on Steam. It's called Universal Sandbox, and you pretty much can look at different aspects of space, like a virtual space game. Not really a game, it's more like, you know, it just help you understand what space is, what the planets are. Um, you can look at gravity levels, all kind of shit on that, man.
Yeah.
Well, we got Ifa finally came through. You know what I mean? I guess the God Killer got to him. What's going on, man? You in the building?
What's up, Kim? What's happening, bro?
What's happening, bro?
What's happening, everybody? What's happening, on?
I'm right here, yo.
The Thriller in Manila, man. I'm gonna go on mute.
Yeah. Oh, the mouth moving. 20. What? Never mind. Go ahead, on.
No, you the one with the newfound knowledge of the stars. Go ahead.
No.
You just flipped on us out of nowhere, Ifa. What's going on, man?
Right.
No, that's not what happened.
What happened? I'm
So
listening.
we're talking about archaeoastronomy, right?
Yeah,
So
you
when
just
you're
learned
looking
that
in
the
the
other day.
past,
Just learned that the other day.
no.
Yeah, you did.
See, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it.
Go ahead, you got the flow.
So okay, did the people of Nabta have telescopes?
No.
Right. So what is the telescope used for?
To enhance our vision and looking in the night sky.
Yes, magnification. They didn't have that, but they had a tool for calculation. Right?
Well, I wouldn't say for calculation, but they had a tool that they use as a calendar.
Well, what were they calculating though? They would be calculating the geometry of the horizon. Am I correct?
No, not with those megaliths. No, they were once certain celestial objects lined up with whatever it was they constructed, that let them know that it was time to do whatever it was that they were trying to figure out, whether it's to plant, whether it's to harvest, or whether it was to move because the flood was coming. You know, that's basically what those megaliths were for.
Right. For their survival.
Yeah,
right.
Most definitely.
Okay, so that takes a certain applied math, not the math of today, not numbers like we look at it like today. See, this is what I'm saying. It was getting misconstrued that I was saying they had telescopes in the past and all. I said none of it.
You said they had astronomy though. You said they had.
Well, that word proto. When you use that, it's you know, you have to use it in its proper context. It's not just like it's saying it's not astronomy at all, but it's the earliest form of astronomy because they did record data. I mean, they're sitting there looking and they're recording. They're recording because they actually made a calendar. So that's record keeping.
They didn't make no calendar, bro.
They did.
They did not.
They did.
On what? On what?
Okay.
On what?
See,
you're saying the stones itself was a no. I'm saying you saying the stones itself was actually the calendar, right? That's what you're saying.
This is how they were able to calculate.
No, I'm asking you a question, Isha.
And I just answered. The stones were the reason they used the stones to calculate when the monsoon would come in and also the summer solstice. That's basically what it is for their survival, bro. So they had some knowledge. They had applied math and they had applied science, but you wouldn't consider it like science of today, of modern science. You can't say it was like that.
Well, when you say calculations, I think that's where you're throwing everybody off because it's not necessarily calculating. They're just observing a certain phenomenon that takes place during a time when there's something that they need to do, which is based on their survival. So I don't know if there's calculations going on, but most definitely they are observing. They're definitely doing that. But what type of understanding are they trying to get from that observation is the question. So it's survival.
Somebody got knocked off. I don't know. He might have got a phone call. Not streaming. I do.
Yeah, he
Well,
got
Well, I'm
knocked
right
off.
here. I'm right
Nah,
here.
he
Jump on me.
no, Ifa.
I think he got knocked off.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I see Eva. Oh, that's said. What's happening, said? Peace to you, bro.
He was just talking.
No,
yeah,
Andy
Yeah,
was talking.
maybe he saw the boogeyman jump up because he know I was gonna stop him in his
Nah,
tracks.
this was like him and Unc. The same, like that's why we can let them get it in. Like, we
nah,
ain't
he
really.
he fell out. I don't know if he went out on purpose or if he just might have
So
fell out.
I
On his
want
own.
to I want him simply to address the
That's for
claim of
Anthony.
calculations.
That ain't for me and Unc. That's for Anthony. Anthony
I want him
teaching you.
I just
I
know.
want him
Yeah,
to address I want him to address the claim of calculations because observation and documentation, even if you're documenting using a big stone, what is the calculation that you're applying? And how do you apply a system before it's invented? You're talking about applied math, but the math isn't there to be applied. So this is the rhetoric I'm talking about. It's backwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I say I think the use of the term calculation, that's what's troubling. You know what I'm saying? Because when you say calculation, now you're implying that they actually sitting there doing math. And I don't think that was the case.
Exactly. That's my point. So it's use of terminology like that. Proto means before.
Yeah.
So if it is before astrology, how can you even claim that it's astrology then? It is clearly telling you, listen, this is before. So it's within that framework, but don't go there. Right? These are rudimentary steps that eventually it is showing you human nature.
Yeah.
Right? It is showing you human ingenuity, not specific to a particular group, but humanity. These are these proto steps. So don't equate the two in your terminology. Then you get people like Mansa claiming the pyramids was the Egyptians illustrating the fifth dimension and all this nonsense.
Yeah.
You can't play with terminology like that. The discipline is required. That's what I'm saying.
So what y'all think about? First of all, yeah, when I started saying I'm telling the homies, the nigga knew he had to get his.
I want him to like I don't want it to be like a gang. That's why I was like, I
Nah.
want them to
We're gonna be
Wasn't
like that.
nobody,
It's
wasn't
some
nobody gang,
conversation.
I mean,
Nah, we ain't doing
I
that.
answering
think
his
they
question.
were having a good convo, but I can see y'all
Yeah,
gonna
we have a
talk.
good combo. Yeah, we
Keep
have
it
a good
going.
combo.
Like I said,
You know, he.
I want to hear clearly what his
Mhm,
point was. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
So what do you think about the calculations? So I don't think they didn't have any. I don't know about all that. 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot. What?
no, I'm
They ain't
sure.
got no writing system yet. None of that.
No,
So I don't know.
I'm not sure he's saying calculation in terms of like mathematics.
You
No,
know what I mean?
the English language can be used broadly. So
Yeah.
sometimes calculation be more like procedural
Okay.
calculation. You know what I'm
Yeah, they
saying?
didn't
Like
have a
I cannot
system.
like
Yeah.
in common day speak, I'd be like, I'm calculating but it's not really a mathematical, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't think he meant.
That's
I
the
don't
thing
think
they
he think
didn't have.
they got their a shango bone out there, nothing like that.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
that's
I
the
don't
thing.
think
So,
that's.
so that the reason why it's proto-astronomy is because they didn't have a method, they didn't have a system to measure these things. All they was doing was seeing the pattern that okay, it's almost like you see the sun come up, the sun go down, sun come up, sun go down. Like we not doing science by damn
What?
knowing that it's going up and it's coming. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know why.
Yeah.
Ken, I know
Night and
why.
day. That
I
ain't
know
that ain't
why.
astronomy. You
I
know what
know
I'm saying?
why it's proto.
But we
Why
can
it's proto.
but we can do things based on knowing that okay, it's gonna be daylight and then it's gonna be nighttime. That don't
Yeah.
mean we doing astronomy though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, one thing a lot of those megaliths record is what where the sun rises. Because when you look at it, if you watch the sun and record one day out of a month, you'll see when it rises in a different spot. It moves on the horizon. That I can imagine that was fascinating to them. But one day somebody said, hold on, wait a minute. When the sun rises over here, the trees start to turn green. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to put that together. That's genius for them times, dog.
And it's gonna shift, right? And reverse direct, right?
Yes. And then
so you have to track that. It's gonna take some years to track it.
That's major for the human species at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
time.
yeah. It's serious.
You know what I'm saying? And they figured out that 2 days out of a year, it's a cycle. I mean, they wasn't recording years and stuff, but at 2 times the sun would rise due east and set due west. They figured that out. You know what I'm saying? And they were able to know that, oh look, something is going on here, which led to more questions, which led to answers, which led to more questions. Now you're building tools. You know, you're building your megaliths and stuff now.
Because you got to mark it, and it has to be repeatable to a degree for you to get consistency in when to and where to put it and when to expect certain things. So you got to, it's gonna happen over. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. Yeah. So I'm saying that's what I'm saying. So I get what you're saying, Kent, but sometimes that's where people may get a little when you just be like, oh, look, they're just looking at stuff. Like, nah, that's what we're talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just look at this stuff, one day, and the next day look at some stuff and go, okay, cool, let's build some rocks up. Like, nah, it's a little more than that. It ain't Neil deGrasse, but it's a little
Go ahead,
more
explain it. Go ahead, explain it.
It's still proto.
No, let him explain it. Let him explain.
I just explained it because the sun is going to shift, right, daily, and it's going to reverse. See what I'm saying? You have to track.
So you noticed that.
Shortest,
But so the reason why is not the reason why.
I know the reason.
Hold
keep
on.
explaining like I don't know.
Well, my bad. Well, let me tell Ethan. Let me tell Ethan then. The reason why it's proto. Okay, yeah, I know. That was put a minute.
I don't know, but I was in the middle of explaining it.
I thought
you know, like I was in the middle of explaining. You go, but Souls just.
Hey, so get over there with Issa. Get over there with him. That way it's 2 against 2.
Put him on over there, man.
Yeah, get over there.
Get him over there, man.
Yeah. Y'all go ahead, huddle up and figure out what exactly what they looking at. Go ahead.
Over there together, man.
No, hold on. My question to you before we do this, you explain to me how they got it, because I was just trying to explain to you. You tell me how they did it, because I don't think y'all know.
How they did what?
How did they come up with the alignments? What procedures did they use?
Yo, because they was in the area for thousands of years, bro. First of all, second, hold on, I'm great to tell you. I'm great to tell you. Listen, they just tracking the sun, yo, and they're noticing, right, that the sun is at a different height. I'm saying like that takes somebody that's really figuring it out, and then they figured out the season shift. They figured out the summer solstice, yo. Right, we know the winter solstice is the difference between the winter solstice and the summer solstice is, yo. That's an achievement for that time period, yo. So it's easier to talk about than actually do it. So I didn't say I could actually do it. It's easy to talk about it.
Yeah, but you also gonna need shadow measurements, bro. You need it's a more simplistic form, a geometric alignment you're gonna need. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like in order to even critique it, you gotta understand that part of it. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes to just say they're looking up, that's when I said this before. I said sometimes it's conversation.
Yeah, he was just looking up.
Yeah, people run around with thongs on Just looking at stuff. It's a little more complicated. A little more complicated than that.
They was running
You
around
feel
with
me?
long johns
on, man.
A little more complicated than this, bro. You feel me?
Hey, that's what it was,
All
though.
I'm saying,
So
it's
you right.
Some leaf thongs.
Yeah.
no.
It had to be.
Downgrade.
It started. A conversation had to kick it off.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying the reason why it's
Ether back and let y'all feel. I'm gonna hit me.
so the ether, the reason why it's proto, they just didn't have the why. They didn't know why it was happening, like how it was happening, what caused it. You know what I'm saying? That's when astronomy comes in and explains that. So when the reason why it's still proto is just in the beginning stages. They hadn't gotten to knowing how and why these things are happening, but they can observe and see these patterns.
So that's more of a teleological.
So we're observing. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
That's more of a teleological argument. But I'm just you can really say that it was a great observatory, right? And it's just like Sosa was saying. If I caught it, it's not like they just threw rocks up in the air and they just magically land and aligned itself with the star system. It just didn't happen like that.
No, it didn't. You're right about that.
So again, philosophy of science. Science is not just acquisition of collecting of data or systematic observation. It is a part of, but it doesn't equate to. So that's what makes it proto. It isn't science. Now you're talking about an observatory as this was a sort of a calendar. It was a measuring tool for particular phenomena related to practical needs in their existence. This is not astronomy by any stretch of the imagination. And if you can't get that, nobody is trying to simplify it, just drawing down some rocks. No, what they were doing was very sophisticated, but what was their objective? And that is where the distinction is made. That's what makes it proto before. And that it using words like calculation and observatory. This is why, again, people like Mansa say the pyramids are portholes to the fifth dimension.
Different argument. No, see, you're doing it again. No, you're moving the goalposts. No,
misappropriation of terminology. Misappropriation of terminology.
So actually, so we've been. This is like word semantics. Come on, man. Let's be fair. So I'm using terms of today because this is the way that we're looking back. We're not attaching what we're saying here. I can't really explain it to you like that. It's just not like what you're saying. Said you're not really thinking what I'm saying. When you're looking back in the past, you would say that they were using the earliest form of astronomy. Wasn't fully complete like today's standard, but you say you use the word proto, right? Mm-hmm. But if you look like when astronomers look at it, they look at it from the time period of what they were using, and it did help them survive. So it would be considered a sort of applied science of a sort. And they had mathematics. They had
of a sort. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean?
So you know
that
what?
Doesn't mean anything.
You know what? Just forget about it, Sid. Just forget about it. I'm still standing on what I'm saying.
We cannot take these conversations for reins of hostility, bro. The shit dumbs it down, bro. Like I get tired of these type of conversations, bro. We got to do better with this shit, bro. Keep it civil. You feel me? If a nigga piss you off, just dip, bro. But keep it right.
No. I'm not being combative.
I mean, it's for everybody.
What I'm saying is just twisting things around. It's just not appropriate to what I'm saying.
Well, see, let me say this here, brother Ethan. Let me see. It's like, okay, when I speak of Naphtali and the megalith, I say it's like a calendar. You know, I'm not going to call it a calendar because it's not measuring the day. You know what I'm saying? But they are using it for measurements. And it's for survival. So it's kind of like a calendar. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to compare it to, so I'm not going to say, well, it was a calendar. because then people thinking that it's marking 365 days a year. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be careful with the terminology, and especially in the sciences, because so many words for so long have been taken and just abused, basically. You know what I'm saying? By people with ulterior alternatives, agendas, or whatever you want to call it, pseudos, whoever, whatever you want to label them. But there's a lot of terminology in astronomy that's confusing, like the Big Bang. People immediately think of an explosion. You know what I'm saying? So that's why me personally, I try to be careful of how I say things. So you'll hear me say approximately, or like I said, it's like a calendar, in the aspects that it measures when it's time, is this season to do this or this season to do
It's
that.
the calendar of that day.
Yeah, the equinox.
The framework of what we call a calendar has changed. But it's the calendar of that day. That's the part
of that day.
Simplest form, the simplest way to explain.
So I just want to say two things, and I'm out of here, guys. I'm not gonna, and thank y'all. Thanks, said everybody. I just want to say two things, and I'm rolling out. The reality is, science is a method. It ain't a machine. So if you use observation, data collection, and physical modeling to predict the future, you are doing science. That's just plain and simple. Another thing, put it in the context, not to Playa, use megalithic engineering. The stones were the hardware and the alignments were the software. I just put it like that. That's how I look at it. That's just what I'm saying. And I'm out.
What?
But we never said they
wait, whoa.
They dropped the mic.
Try to hit and run.
Yeah,
Hit and run.
Because he just wants to stand on what he says done. So he doesn't accept any correction. But I guess, anyway, go ahead.
No, we're not arguing that they weren't doing science. That's not the argument. The argument was proto-astronomy versus astronomy.
Let me make a statement. Let me hold on. Let me make a statement. Hold on. I just would. I mean, when I read the article, right? Basically, when we look at Stonehenge and all that, they actually used the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did, bro.
Yeah.
And he measured it something. That's what that was. I don't know about all the other shit. I don't know about the hardware and all. I don't know about all that.
Software.
Right. I don't know. I'm not doing all that. And I'm saying,
reminiscent like that.
Let me finish. My point is they used the horizon, and that's the answer to Sosa's question, right? He wanted to, just particulars, and they use the stones to just align with that. I'm not saying we could actually do it, right? I'm saying, but based off what we know, we could go figure it out very, very fast, right? We know the Earth axis tilts, right? Causes the sun, the sunrise, all that. That's the same shit that caused the fucking desertification and all that shit right there. But if you look at the highest position of the sun, the lowest position of the sun, winter solstice, summer solstice. So I mean,
and
like you said, solstice shift.
They had to modify because of the wobble of the Earth. They didn't understand the wobble of the Earth, but they kept modifying the stone.
You mean kept moving them?
But you realize
right. So they just wasn't moving them just to be moving them.
No, they was actually.
Hold on, but you realize that because they weren't figuring out the how and the causes and all of that. That's why it wouldn't be considered astronomy as of yet. So that and words mean things. So when they say it's proto-astronomy, we should just take that and leave with it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to make more than what it is. That way, that astronomy part of things, when we get to astronomy, we can know the difference.
The only argument that y'all are having, Kenny, what you explain, right?
No.
You're saying proto-astronomy, right?
That's it.
And he said it's not proto-astronomy.
No, he already in the beginning said it's proto-astronomy.
I'll pull up
archaeology.
I said archaeo.
He said Hold on, he said he left a comment. I don't know if he was in here.
Pull it back up. Just pull it up.
I told you what archaeological astronomy is historical.
Right.
Archaeology is what we're doing now to investigate what they were doing in the past.
He said archaeoastrology, not proto-astrology.
No,
yeah. You mixing it up. You mixing it up, Sosa, right now. You about to fight for no reason.
Astronomy.
You about to fight for no reason.
No, we get that. We get that part.
Yeah,
so
are you serious?
I'm saying what he said was what they did was archaeoastronomy. So his comment was what they did was archaeoastronomy, not proto-astronomy. But it was proto-astronomy.
Right.
Definition.
And we use I'm saying we use archaeoastronomy to study the those ancient societies in the past, Sosa.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, that's what it is. So you got to
I'm gonna read it. Archaeoastronomy is the interdisciplinary scientific study of how past cultures understood, interpreted, and utilized celestial phenomena, often called anthropology of astronomy. Right. So archaeoastronomy is a modern concept that we use now to examine the past. They themselves were not doing quote unquote archaeoastronomy. It's how we established.
Well, you gotta tell E for that.
No, well, they weren't doing proto either.
Tell E for that, Sosa.
That's
Don't tell me.
Sosa. He's saying that they're not doing proto-astronomy. So that's where the disagreement
they doing archaeoastronomy. He just mixed it up. Help him out, Sosa.
Misusing the word.
No, Sosa. No, listen. Sosa got to tell E for that. Help him out.
Telling everybody that.
Why you telling everybody that? We already know that. Why you telling me that?
Because it's what it means.
Sosa, how you telling us that we agree with you on that, bro?
Yeah, come on.
Sosa,
man, you over here with us, man. You over here with us.
We got snatching back.
You over here with us now, man.
Archaeoastrology is a modern discipline. So even referring to the ancients doing that is again misusing terms and not understanding what we're talking about. They weren't doing archaeoastronomy because we do archaeoastronomy today. It's a modern science.
Right, and that's just.
So what do they determine?
What do an hour ago?
No, Sosa, you're not fighting Sosa. You playing with us
Sosa,
now,
we agree with you, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what you doing, yo?
You just said Sosa, I'm messing that up. So that's why I had to pull up.
We didn't say. No, we saying you messing up what's going on. You confused. He's the one think that they actually was doing archaeoastronomy.
I didn't say that.
Not us.
I didn't say that. I'm saying
you didn't pull up. Kent, go pull it up, Kent. Stop playing, Kent. Can't go back, Kent.
No, I'm saying my
gaslighting right now, man.
Yeah, man.
No, come on, don't do that. Tell the truth, Sosa.
Check this out.
I don't know.
No, I mean, not Sosa. Come on. Hold on.
So archaeoastronomy is the study of the people doing the proto-astronomy.
Hey, Aoife, we from the same spot. Yo, don't do that, bro.
No.
Tell the truth. No, Aoife, come on, yo. We homeboys. Yo, just say you mixed it up, yo.
Yeah, you did.
Come on, you gaslighting us now. Yo.
How could they do archaeology doing that to fly?
Man, you ain't got to tell us that. He just mixed it up.
Okay, listen.
Go ahead, let me hear you.
Let's correct. Right?
All right, come on, bro.
It's applied science, not proto science. How about that? Is that
no? Go back to the go back to the.
Technology that comes out of
We're not arguing. Hold on, man. We all learning.
A telescope would be applied science because it comes out of the science that produces technology.
I was saying
talk about applied science before the advent of science.
You are still guessing. You are still no.
You don't even got to get into that argument.
Let me slow that.
All right, go ahead, bro.
What problem do you have with proto?
So they're making predictions, right?
Yeah. No, they're not making no predictions yet.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're not making.
No, they're not. No,
they're seeing patterns.
So you're forgetting the novel, testable part in prediction.
It's a difference between making predictions scientifically and just going with patterns.
They ain't do it yet, though. They ain't do it yet.
Say like we know that the sun gonna be up tomorrow. That don't mean we predict. That just we just know the pattern.
We've been around long enough to see it rise 1,000, 100 years. Yeah,
right. We don't know why it's happening, so we can't predict because it might come up over there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Or it might not even show up because we in a certain type of hemisphere or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using it for example.
You gotta do something. A prediction is knowing about something that you've never ever seen before, and you predicted it's going to happen. That's a prediction. That
Yes, the
never happened.
words
Man.
novel and testable needs to be in front of prediction at all time. So again, misuse of scientific terms. You're doing it every time.
You said what those? You said what?
They made predictions. I can
Novel,
explain,
No, they ain't made no
testable,
predictions, yo.
novel,
the helical
new,
rise
and testable
No, ain't made
needs
no
to
predictions,
be
yo.
in front of prediction.
I think
What
it's
you're
just
talking about, is not a prediction. That is forecasting. Forecasting is based on common knowledge. I can forecast tomorrow the sun is going to rise at about 6 o'clock. That is forecasting. That is not predictions. So you're using terminology incorrectly, and that is my stickler.
All right, hold on, Seth. I'm saying what a prediction is that you predict something that you knew nothing about, that you've never seen before,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
That's a
that's
prediction.
novel. Yeah, that's novel. So novel means something new, never seen, and it needs to be testable within the scientific realm, right? So that novel means
Yeah, you
new,
gotta.
never seen before, compared to forecasting based on we knowing patterns. Two separate things.
Okay,
See,
so
that's how
forecasting.
Neptune was discovered. It was discovered off of a mathematical prediction.
Explain that. Explain that.
The planet Neptune. See, you don't hear about Neptune in any ancient civilization because they didn't. It's very, very hard to see. You can't see it, too far away. But doing the mathematics based off of Uranus's orbit, they was like, hold up, it's something wrong. It's either something else out there or our math is wrong. So doing the math, they came up with where this anomaly should be. They pointed a telescope there, and that's how the planet Neptune was discovered.
My issue is that all forecasting is predictions.
Thank you. I was about to say that.
I didn't. No. Separate me from all that. I'm saying they didn't make predictions. I don't know what Cedric was saying and all that.
So
I'm gonna stand on lines. Hold on. Hold on.
I can't say
Come
nothing.
on, yo. Come on, man.
Listen,
I'm just saying. Just keep mine separate, Sosa. Just keep mine separate.
Okay.
Say Unc said they did not hold on. Unc said they did not make no predictions. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about the forecasting. I don't know about none of that. Don't
Yeah,
put
they
me in
didn't
that.
do any
Yeah, let me
prediction.
mute out. I'm gonna mute out.
I ain't
Forecast
saying
is
this.
not a prediction.
IFA is saying
predictions.
If you're using an instrument to predict a physical event like the solstice with mathematical certainty, you are experimenting, you are operating. So you're making a prediction. It was a control center
Man, it happened every year though, bro. All you gotta do is be around for 10 years and see it happen all the time. They're not predicting anything. That's all I'm saying, bro. You get it, right? You get that? Like that's like the sun rising every day. Every year, the sun is at its highest point.
Yeah, we're not doing science when we know that.
No, we don't even call that science. We call it proto-science, which is deep for the time, which is like what NASA doing right now. It's the same. It's the level of that time. Like that's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna. I think this may be social point. Let's not undermine what they actually did, because we couldn't do it. It would take us some time to really figure it out. The kind of, well, shit, we're in the space age. I don't know. We would, yeah, but fuck on Anthony. We could run out there, bitch, tomorrow and do it. But you get my point, though.
They did it.
Yeah, I don't want to undermine that, but I don't want to make it something that it's not neither.
Look, the key thing is they were seeing patterns, bro. So when you're seeing a pattern over and over again, I mean, it's not a scientific prediction, which is what IFA, when you say it's astronomy, you're saying that it's a scientific thing they were doing. It's
yeah,
not
predictive power.
Prediction
what they were
just
doing.
Prediction. Listen,
No, it's a difference in what he's talking about.
Oh, we're having a scientific
I'm
conversation.
gonna read a definition of forecasting.
No, who put that in the comments? Who put that in
having a
there?
conversation with Cedric right now.
Who said, yeah, you talking to Cedric. Go ahead, Cedric. Handle that. I don't know what you
Yeah,
said. Go
the
ahead.
general
knowing the sun
understanding
is gonna
of the
come up tomorrow.
conversation.
Knowing the sun is gonna come up tomorrow.
I am in the
right?
middle of reading a definition. Forecasting is the process of making predictions based on past and present data, right? In terms of hierarchy, I would put the forecast will probably be high because forecasts are more data driven than predictions.
I don't know how
Predictions
y'all
can be
mix that up
broad.
like that, yo.
Predictions can be broad,
I'm gonna
right?
blame you. I'm gonna blame you for that, Cedric. Cedric,
When he's done with that
why you throw
nonsense,
that forecast?
when he's
You
done with that
got me with the
nonsense, I clear
forecast.
time, I'm gonna address it. So let
No,
him go.
explain to me how a definition is nonsense. And since we here, do that.
Oh my
So,
God.
so a scientific prediction, which is equating to astronomy, is not equivalent to understanding patterns, right? And saying, well, based on our knowledge of the pattern, I'm gonna say tomorrow this is gonna happen. These are two different things. That's why novel and testable needs to be in front of the word prediction when we're dealing with the realm of science.
We're
Hold
dealing
Right?
with the
on.
realm
So
of
them,
protocol.
so them having a noted by
Let me know
means
when
of
you're done. Let me know when you're done.
by means of how you say documenting the solstice and knowing based on their documenting this is going to happen. That is not a prediction within the scientific realm. Come on, come on.
Whoa. You because you know what?
Are
It's
you
a mix
done?
up.
Are you
It's
done? Because it's proto, so they know there's no writing, right? So we're talking about the steps. They're going to be predicting the northernmost position of the sun. That's what they're predicting. So they're going to predict graze pattern, particular seasonal shifts. In some cases, even rain depends on where they are and time frame. They're going to be able to predict when rain comes to a certain degree, right? Because you may have rainy seasons. So that will be the prediction that they would make it during that
no, they
time.
wasn't making a prediction, bro.
I
You
just
know what?
explaining
No.
what they would predict, and then you will come right back if they ain't
Yeah,
making no sense.
because I watched the whole master class and I'm prepared for this moment right here on this.
Yeah, he actually
So
he dealt with that
hold
he
on. Don't
dealt with
nobody
that
cut me off.
specifically.
Don't
Yeah.
cut me off.
First of all,
Don't
define prediction.
and I
Define
said
prediction.
I define what a prediction is.
Say it
When we
again.
talking about science, a prediction is when you predict something that you knew nothing about, had no idea about it, but you predicted it would happen. Tracking a rainy season has been happening for the last couple million years. You simply got to be in the area long enough,
You
and then
think you made
past
that
that.
up?
Let me fit. No, that's a master class, bro. I'm gonna give you the login, and that's the master class that Neil deGrasse Tyson taught. That's where I learned that from. And I got the dang on document that I always put up. I didn't make that up.
What's
Not
what's
at
up?
all.
What's up?
Yeah, yeah,
No,
Neil.
no, I'm gonna give you the, no, hold
You
on.
have a
I'm gonna
good
give you
show
the
right now.
login. You got the
No.
login to the master
I don't need to
class.
see a login. Pull it up. Put it
No,
on the
we can't
screen.
pull it
Nah,
up because you
you
can't
can't
put
put it
that on
up
the
because
screen, yo. You can't put that on the screen.
it's a paid
If there's a
It's a
subscription.
paid thing, yo. No, I'm telling you what he said it was.
if he
He said
said it,
it's
the source for it. Put it
but
on the
hold,
screen.
no, listen what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
go find
So
that, bro.
you lose, so you get knocked out. That's what you
I'm
get.
gonna get it for you. I'm gonna get it for
Go
you. I'm gonna
find
record
that.
it on my,
Go find
I'm gonna
that.
put it in the Discord. I'm gonna put it in the
No,
Discord.
there.
Yeah,
said,
you know what's funny?
y'all gonna switch. Y'all gonna switch from
No, I'm
No, I'm
not.
prediction.
not. No,
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna say it.
make it
No, I'm
more
gonna say
analysis.
exactly what
I'm
he
talking
said.
about
Yo,
this a
he's
prediction, bro.
no, yo. You just
Bro,
said
he
you
In the
said it's
fakes.
proto.
different.
He
He
fakes you
actually
out,
used
yo.
the same. He
That
actually used the same thing we're talking
He
about
used the same
as
thing
far
we
as the
talked
ancient.
about right now.
Can
That's
As
why
I
I'm
far as
so
with the
confident.
hold on.
can
As
I
far as
share
with the
my
ancient.
screen for a
Sid.
second?
Hold on, Sid. As far as what the ancients were doing and
Right.
what we do now, there was a difference in when it comes to
nigga,
prediction.
we already. I hope y'all understand that we're not having
No,
a
we're talking about the
conversation.
prediction. We talking
I'm
about
talking
just
about the
that.
prediction part.
Yeah, we just talking
The
about just prediction.
prediction would have been in the time frame.
That's not a
Bro,
prediction. How you? I'm telling you,
the
that's not. You're not
prediction,
predicting shit.
He
the
get so the word
prediction
is.
would
I
be
think the
in the
word is
time
getting
frame of
everybody.
no. The prediction would have be in the time frame of what a
How?
prediction
How?
was during that
Yo,
time.
no, it's not. That's not how they figured it out and during that time, Sosa. They figured out because all I gotta do is pass it on to my son, and we see the same thing happen, and we start noticing it, and we pass the information on, and that's how we know it's always happening that way, right? They following the herds. I could give you a native. I could give you a Native American example. With a Native
No, I'm gonna do
Americans.
Nat the Fly because Nat the Fly is older, but I'm gonna try to find a journal on how they.
Oh, was I in the middle of talk? Y'all could my phone went
No,
out or something?
I'll do it another time. I'll do it another time. We'll do it tomorrow.
No, I'm trying to show you. Do you know how the Native Americans would know when to leave when it was wintertime, yo? They wasn't making a prediction that the winter was coming. They did it for so long that they recognized the pattern of it. And when the leaves and all that shit, they knew when to leave. Yo, that's not a prediction. No matter how many times y'all try, and we're talking about proto-scientific ideas. That shit was kick ass though to be able to be in the area for 5,000 years or 500 years and notice that pattern that y'all talked about. That's serious work though. Don't get it twisted. I'm not under, but it's not a prediction, and I'm standing on that. And I don't know what Cedric is talking about, but a damn forecast. I don't know.
This is what we do with the chat GPT. Now he put scientific prediction versus tracking. So ask in doing that, did they make predictions? Because that's what we said.
I'm not relying on ChatGPT. I'm relying on the master class I took from the astrophysicist, not ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT give you a source so we can read the source. Come on, yo. That's the only way I'm listening to that, is I can see the sources saying that.
Listen, I mean, I'm just saying based on the question.
Go ahead, read it. Go ahead.
All right. It's a very important distinction, especially in your broader argument about proto-astronomy versus astronomy. Dr. Plyer and the solstice alignment. Dr. Plyer circa 6,000 to 5,000 BCE in southern Egypt contains stone arrangement that appear to align roughly with the summer solstice sunrise. Many researchers suggest pastoral communities use this to anticipate seasonal rain.
Right.
Tracking versus scientific prediction. You see, anticipation versus a scientific prediction. In modern science, prediction means a formal model or theory, quantified variables, mathematical relationship, the ability to forecast unseen or future events based on laws. For example, using Newtonian mechanism.
You use the word. You use the word wrong, Cedric. You messed us all up.
And that's what
he messed you all up.
Anticipate. So anticipate. The word anticipate.
Yeah, but you messed us up because you said they was forecasting.
My correction. Anticipate.
Right or wrong. So he threw us with the forecasting.
The question was, did they make predictions doing that the plot? Right. We're trying to figure that out. He cued it. Scientific prediction versus tracking in that apply. So you already know what the model's going to do. This is what I'm talking about with language and chat, the language we use.
So yes, why you use that language to clear up?
No, he got it right. He said it right.
What we're happening. This is clearing up the confusion because this is actually what they were doing versus what a prediction is in science. So we're not going to play with terminology. This is exactly what they were doing.
No, so what happened was he applied
apparently there was a misunderstanding of they were using Newton's laws and that. So let's just move on.
No, they weren't.
What?
They were doing. So what were they doing?
I agree. They didn't use Newton's laws.
They were tracking the solstice, right? So
we're gonna move on.
Hey, so can I say something?
Can I say something?
Wait. Can we agree? Can we agree that Cedric misapplied the word forecasting to what they was doing not the plier, and it confused everything, and that's when you jumped in, Sosa. But he messed the shit up. That's why I said, let me get away from him with that. I said, I'm not doing that. Remember?
My point
is, I knew better.
So like Sosa, building off of what Sosa said, he was correct.
I know.
In the Sahara, you had heat, so you had to predict the rain.
They didn't predict the rain though, yo.
But hold on, man. Hold on. So look, so y'all do agree. Hey, Ifa, y'all do agree that there's a difference between the predictions that they were doing back then and what science.
But y'all stop saying prediction, yo.
They weren't predicting anything.
Yeah, I gotta hold on. No, we gotta hold on, Cedric. We gotta
stop.
They
were anticipating based on the
structure. Come on, Cedric. Come on, we cut them off, yo. Come on, we cut them off.
Yo, it's the difference between what they were doing back then and the scientific predictions that we're making in modern times. What we doing now is science. What they were doing is like they recognized the patterns of what they could observe, but they didn't know how it was happening to even be able to make a prediction. You got to know how something works in order to predict what it's going to do. They just saw what was going on time after time after time. They didn't know how it was happening.
You don't necessarily need to know how it works to predict what it's going to do. All you need is the observation. If your observation,
in order for it to be science, in order for it to be a scientific prediction, you got to know how it works. Because you're going to make a claim. Okay, if this is how it works, then we should be seeing this, and it'll be like Unc said earlier. It'll be something that you never seen before, or something that you don't know about yet.
That's nigga. That's a prediction. Period.
There should be a demarcation.
I'm talking about like how Anthony said they knew that Neptune. They didn't never see Neptune, but they knew because of the way what they knew about how gravity works.
Yeah, they made a prediction of something they never seen before. That's it.
Right. But my point is that there should be demarcation in conversation, right? To where at this point we should know that we're not lumping Newton's laws time with modern time, right? Because sometimes the how something is happening doesn't come until the tools get there.
Okay.
Right? So you can understand what's happening, but you just don't know how.
Which is why it's proto.
Right, correct. Right. That's the point.
Not trying to convince you that it's proto.
Listen to what I'm saying.
That is proto.
Right now, there are things that we understand that's happening. We don't know how. Right now. Do you understand?
Dark energy.
All right, but if we know
exactly, but we're still practicing science, bro. Do you get that?
No, I don't get the way you're trying to frame it. That don't make no sense.
I'm just saying, like, some of the points he's making, like to say that because you don't know how something's happening, that's not the demarcation.
That's what
the demarcation is through time, frameworks change, technology change, advancement changes. So through time, our definition of what is changes also. And things become proto. And proto is before written. Like a lot of times, proto, we ain't got no written record. That's a big part of it too.
Absolutely.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
listen. I'm gonna say this. Let me make my point. I am telling you, based off of the master class I took, them niggas wasn't making no damn predictions. The early societies was not making no predictions, yo.
They're gonna make me pull that shit up, man.
Yeah, yo, because they wasn't making no predictions. A prediction is when you predict something is going to happen without no prior knowledge of it. Anthony gave y'all the perfect example. I'm not confused. The confusion came in where Sosa fell for the banana in the tailpipe when Cedric talked about forecasting, and then you read it, and it was like, them niggas wasn't doing, hell nah. That's why I say separate me from that. I don't know about none of that. Forecasting and being able, knowing when it's gonna rain. The monsoon rains is a regular occurrence. It's not something that they had never seen before. That there never was a time when they didn't see the monsoon rains return. So they wasn't forecasting, they wasn't predicting none of that. It happened on a regular occurrence. What they did was they noticed the pattern and the things that happened around when the rain came. And they recognized it by using the horizon and the sun. They would say, well, every time it's here, these fucking rains return. That's what they was doing. Now, the only reason I can say it that easy because we're in the modern world and we figured out what they was doing. That's why I can say it that easy. But to be on Earth during those time periods, yo, that was a remarkable thing to do because it was important. They built the basins where they could collect the. Remember, they had the underground water storages, right? Them niggas was serious. So I'm never saying. Remember, I'm the African guy. I'm the ancient man. I teach foundation. That's what I teach. I teach how they go from one point to Nassau. That's what I teach. So I'm never not doing that though, Ifa. Just for the record, I'm never taking away from because without what they did, we can't. He can't sit there with the telescope.
I was just saying, like, and I'm gonna repeat what I said before when he got in there, and I said, language in the English language is tricky because a lot of times we have a conversation and we talk like so the definition of prediction is going to be different than the definition of a scientific prediction, right? So it's key we have the conversation in the time frame that we have the conversation. So if I say they make a prediction, I'm not saying that they did it. There's limitations on what a prediction is based on that time frame, right? Like Anthony told a story about, I forgot who you said, the people that they looked at a star, they were able to observe a star, and based on that tracking, and they will understand, make them understood when to take high ground. I forgot the people the story you told about that.
Yeah, that was the Portuguese, ancient Portuguese.
Yeah. So so that's what I'm saying in terms of prediction. Now, you can say it's not a scientific prediction, it's not mathematical, but it's that observation correlated with this. Then to say, okay, when this happens right here, I predict that this is going to happen, and that we need to be here when that happens to not be affected by
No,
this.
I disagree.
That's anticipation, not prediction.
Yeah, I disagree.
Because it's based on previous knowledge.
Right.
So it's causation correlation, and that is not prediction, that is anticipation. If I see this, that is most likely going to happen because it has happened before. Like Ken said, pattern recognition. I used the word forecast incorrectly. Now I'm doubling down. They could anticipate based on pattern recognition, and that's why they had that documentation by means of creating the multiplier, because it was a form of documenting these particular events which they already knew based on pattern recognition.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great explanation, though. So I don't know why you're fighting that source. When we pull that source up, you're gonna look crazy. Just for the record, I wouldn't get up here and fake you out, bro.
I can agree with what the difference between that and the scientific prediction. I'm just saying,
aren't we having a scientific conversation, though?
The definition of prediction is.
So look, if we ask,
so if I say it's a prediction versus
pull it up and just play the vocal.
So if I say I would have to go and find what episode that was, and
no. That's in a master class, and it's
I know
on
that, but it's like there's a few episodes.
It's the first one. It's the first one.
Shit, well, I had to look through that though. Like you ain't got time to go and look through the whole episode to find that statement. That's why I said I find it for him tomorrow, and I'll play it.
Like I said, I'm not. You think that I doubt that there's a distinction between a scientific prediction?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why you fighting us. So we talking to idiots.
That's why I keep saying that. That's why I said define prediction. And if you give me a definition that doesn't,
I told you what it was.
I'm saying, but if I pull up the definition of prediction and that's not what it means, then what do we do?
No, you're not gonna find no definitions that don't say that. Because that's why they say I predicted the fight. You ain't had.
It's like theory and theory, yo.
I just tried to read it. I just tried to read you.
It's like theory and scientific theory. So like
a prediction is what someone thinks will happen.
Yeah, yo, but we're having a scientific conversation though about not applying. Don't never twist it.
Right?
I think that's what Aoife's doing too, though. But we're having a scientific conversation,
right? Because the stringencies. That's what I keep saying about time framework, right? Because what now we put under scientific prediction, it's not hold up.
It do, Sosa. It do, Sosa, because we're having Sosa. We're having a scientific conversation, yo, about multiplier. Even to mention the words astronomy and proto-astronomy and science and proto-science, we're simply putting it in its proper place. But we're talking about it scientifically.
I thought we were having a conversation from the lens of multiplier.
No, we wouldn't never be able to do that because we're not in multiplier.
But we can't take new. We can't hold them to the level of Newtonian physics.
But we're not trying to hold them to the level. We're explaining to people what they was doing.
Right.
That's all. No
like
more than that.
If I'm not saying it's modern science, why Why is modern science the barometer? That's what I'm saying.
Right, you don't even got modern
Right. That's
science in
my
the Middle
point.
Ages. You don't even
That's
got
my
modern
point.
science in. You don't
Modern
even
why
got.
is
science is
modern
the
science the
barometer.
barometer?
Modern
That's
science is
my
the
point.
barometer because Ifa is saying that they was actually practicing astronomy.
Right.
Astronomy doesn't
But
come until modern science.
Correct. He said that.
no. That's by who says that?
You said we was that the ancient people Naphtali were practicing astronomy.
No, the
Right.
Babylonians when they practiced modern
So
astronomy.
let's try this. Let's try this. How do archaeoastronomers look at Naphtali?
No, I
Do
want
they
to.
look at them as early astronomers, or just what? How do they look at them? Let's just look that up.
I will hold on. You ducked me for like 20 minutes. That quote you put up there said that they was practicing uh archaeoastronomy. So you just got that wrong. Can we agree to that?
Oh yeah, I got that wrong.
All
Listen,
right,
I just
thank
probably
you.
was talking so fast. Sometimes I talk so fast and I
No, you
just
wouldn't. You put it on
mess it up.
Facebook too. So race it off
When?
Facebook. You put it on
When?
Facebook too.
When?
Don't
Okay,
play with
listen.
me.
All right.
He did it on
Okay.
purpose.
Yeah,
He
okay,
did it on
Check
purpose.
this
right.
out.
Don't do me.
Can you do this assignment for me?
What?
I just
It's
asked you.
already done. I got it right here.
He got it.
Archaeoastronomy, right?
Yeah, he
How
got
do
it.
archaeoastronomers look at Naphtali? Do they look at them like they
They
were
look at him like
early
they crazy.
astronomers? Just answer that.
This is a good
No.
They look at him
conversation. I
like
got my,
they
I
look
got
at
my
him like they
blood flowing.
crazy.
Let's go. Good
Hey, Ifa, they look at him
Okay.
like they crazy, bro.
No, they don't.
I
No,
was
they
sleep
don't.
all day. I was sleeping all day. I
He
know.
gonna
Hey,
get
let's
it
go.
again, man.
Okay, here it is. I got it right here.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's go, space man.
When you're dealing with archaeoastronomy, you're trying to explain the proto-astronomy.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, when you break them two down,
Mm.
the proto-astronomy versus the modern astronomy, here's what you get. On the observational tools, proto-astronomy, you have the naked eye and megalithic structures, Naphtali, Stonehenge, are the examples.
Right.
With modern astronomy, you have the observational tool, is the telescope, which consists of optical, radio, X-ray, and you have satellites, and now the adding of AI. The primary goals of the proto-astronomy is for survival, agriculture, planning cycles, and navigation. That's what they use the stars and their tools, the megaliths, for. In the modern astronomy, the primary goal is knowledge, the understanding the physics, the origin, and the fate of the universe. And then when you get into the philosophy part of it, for proto-astronomy, it's intertwined with religion, mythology, and astrology. Whereas modern astronomy is based on empirical data, peer review, and physics. And then the key output, what was produced from each one, you have the lunar calendars and star maps, and they emphasize for storytelling. That's how you get all these stories about, like, the Pleiades, or Dr. Mayad is called the Seven Sisters, and there's a story attached to it. Orion the Hunter, there's a story attached to that. Right. Whereas the key output in modern astronomy is mathematical models, chemical composition, and gravitational maps. So the understandings, are different. Neither one is no better than the other. It's just they're two separate things. And like I explained earlier, when you're dealing with the word proto in astronomy, it has a distinct meaning. So we don't want to mix that up. But archaeoastronomy is the study of the proto-astronomy.
But listen, the question
my question was, how do archaeoastronomers look at not apply? Do they look at them as early astronomers? That was my question.
They look at them as proto-astronomers. They're not astronomers. They're not. There's no early astronomer or what. They weren't doing what we call astronomy.
Well, I'm getting a different answer, so I don't know why I'm getting that.
What answer you get?
It refers to the earliest practices of observing the night sky. This was way before any instruments and way before any scientific method.
Thank you.
That's what they're trying to figure out.
I'm getting in the eyes of.
astronomy.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Well, what is it? What you got? What you come up with?
What I come up with is, in the eyes of an archaeoastronomer, the builders of Naphtali weren't just stargazers; they were applied astronomers. That's the way they look at it. They didn't have telescopes, but they used the horizon as their lens and massive stones as their data points. That's what I got. But I mean, I just think that when you look at it through the lens of just today's modern science thing, I think that's where the confusion comes in. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying, I think that's the issue.
I mean, like I said, I'm just letting you know what they were doing and what was the outcome of what they were doing.
Well, can I ask you, why do you have a problem with the word proto-astronomy? Like, why do you feel like you have to shy away from the proto part of that and call it something else? What's wrong with the proto?
Because it's kind of deceiving. It's kind of deceiving to certain how it's in the context that it's used. It's almost saying like they didn't know anything that they were doing. Period.
No, that's not true. Not true.
You see, this whole argument rests on this emotional hierarchy, because putting things into their context means that they were inferior.
Here we go.
And that is not true.
Here we go. You're just so far off, bro. So far off.
They just want to smack you in the head.
They were not less people. They weren't inferior. They were like, don't you understand?
It's a negative connotation at times.
Ridiculous you have to be. No, it's because you don't appreciate what they were doing based on what they were doing. Again, Ankit referred to it several times. Bro, we can't do what they did, right? Because the meticulousness, the determination to meticulously record this data, right, without tools, without instruments, is a testament to human ingenuity. Doesn't make them less, doesn't make them anything other than what they are within their time frame. They didn't have to be practicing astronomy. What they were doing was for survival. That's why the word proto is there. It is before astronomy. Why is that so hard to accept?
No. Now, it's the same reason why it was hard for you to understand that they practice divination along with astronomy. How about that?
Now,
how long?
We're not doing that.
Hold on. So, Aoife, so in response to what you just, hold on, y'all. Aoife, in response to what you said about it, makes them look like they didn't know nothing. And he ran on me, man. Damn, Cedric, why you had to do him like that?
No, man. What they did was genius, dog, for their time.
Yeah, that was the problem is right there. He think proto
in the beginning, right? It's like my issue sometimes is like people hammer it down to people and some niggas in thongs looking up. It's like you don't get their appreciation, bro. It's like
so he thinks proto
it's not as sophisticated. It's not as sophisticated as modern science, but it's not as sophisticated as a lot of people. Sophisticated some people make it. That's my standpoint.
But look, proto isn't like they were some dumb niggas that just looked in the sky. Proto is actually like, y'all started the revolution of what became us traveling to the moon. So that ain't no weak shit right there. That's some genius shit to even be part of proto astrology.
And like I was saying earlier, dog, in the field of science, astronomy is considered the first science. So we know where it started from. We know you know what I'm saying? That Naphtha
Modern
Playa is just not a collection of rocks. But it didn't, like Sosa said, they didn't wake up one day and say, let's do this. It took time. You know what I'm saying? It took a long time, I can imagine, because everything rises once a year at this certain spot. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're observing, they had to wait a whole nother year to be able to observe it in that exact spot again.
Yeah.
I think
Hey, Luis, can I say this? Can I say this? If it wasn't for
Cedric, I was trying to get my turn. I waited. You went. I ain't go. Come on,
okay,
Cedric.
go ahead. I'll wait.
Real quick. I
Okay,
said there's a problem with people not understanding what proto actually means. So the mischaracterization of proto meaning it's something that's lesser in that particular civilization at that time is not real. The word proto is simply placing it in its proper category, right? It places at the foundation.
Yeah.
And that's not bad. That's not so you got people that so either it's a mental thing where we think it's lesser than. The word proto doesn't mean lesser than.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't mean that. It means it's before something.
It's
That's
built up
it.
on that.
Right.
early,
That's okay. That's not a
early.
like it's kick ass. I'm gonna say it the way Neil deGrasse said. He said this kick ass. That's serious. He
Yeah.
say, but hold, the next step is to be able to predict something. He said, now that's it. That's the level. That's it.
But
That's what he said.
here's the argument that y'all have, and I kept saying, listen, if this is the crucial point that people really argue. You have
Yeah.
you have modern science, right?
Yeah.
This so why call it even modern and not just science if the
Yeah.
other one is not
because
science also?
because
Cause
he's
because
not
it's not.
because it ain't science
Then
because
why
science
not
has a method.
just
Hold on,
call it
hold on,
science?
Sosa. Hold on, we ain't finished answering. Science has a method to it,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't call something that doesn't even have the scientific method science.
Yeah, man, we did the whole show
No,
yesterday.
you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get
You
what you're saying.
have you have what's called modern science, right?
Yeah, which is a little different
Right.
than
Modern.
science. It's
No,
modern science.
it's a little different, but
Yeah, bro, you got that whole
is
scientific
it,
method.
Yeah, it's
are
the
they
Yeah,
not
scientific
both
method.
science and one is can you say that it's not science? That's really the core argument.
No,
Even
that's different
one is
from proto. Hold on.
modern,
Whoa.
one is
No, you
proto. Hold on,
category.
let me lay out my framework. That's because this is really the argument.
All
One
right,
is
I got
modern
you.
science,
Uh-huh.
one is proto
Yeah.
science. So
No,
can
no,
you say
no. You're saying it wrong. You're saying it wrong. It's not, you don't jump from proto science to modern science. You tripping.
no, I'm just using the because I'm just no, I ain't
Yeah, that's not a good one. You gotta go
no
from proto
proto
science
science,
to
right?
modern. You gotta go proto science, science, and modern science. Seriously, bro.
So you okay? So hold on.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we need to hammer that out.
We don't need to hammer it out because we know when modern science came around. We did it
So
yesterday, remember?
no. So where do you place science? Right?
All right. Watch this. The
Let's do that.
Babylonians,
Let's do that.
the Babylonians had astronomy, right? But they didn't have modern astronomy.
Mm-hmm.
And we know they still had things connected to it, but it definitely was astronomy. We're not going to see, we can't play that game with the Babylonians, but we can
No,
say they didn't have modern astronomy because they hadn't separated that shit, right? They still had, we went through the whole conversation on that.
And
no.
So
then
So
it's
it
the
was,
level of
when
tools.
is it still science, but not modern science? But it's still science because it's still because
well,
science
let Anthony jump in there.
would
Go
lack
ahead,
some
Anthony.
of the features of modern science. So that's
Yeah,
the
it's
issue.
going to lack, it's going to lack some
The,
feet. Yep.
Where do you
the
put that at?
difference is the level of understanding and the level of tools, your tools that you have.
Yeah, I agree with
You
that.
know, in when we say modern science, the understanding of a lot of things is there, but we have the more advanced tools than that may have been out. Take for instance Einstein, his theory of general relativity. That theory is over 100 years old. Well, we didn't have James Webb telescope back then. Definitely didn't have the concept of James Webb telescope. But over the years, we've advanced, and we have a Webb telescope, but Webb is finding or proving predictions that Einstein made over 100 years ago. So when he made those predictions, we didn't have the tool to test those predictions. We were able to get to a point to where we could get that tool to produce an answer or test that theory or that part of it. Science didn't do that. They didn't have the advancement in the tools. Proto-science didn't have the advancement or the tools that they have in science or the understanding. So
that's my point. So Marcus is dead. So I ain't know Marcus to stop this. So I was like, listen, that's my point, Marcus.
So
medieval Islam, right? Would you consider that science?
Hey, look, so
the what? The Nation of Islam.
Don't send me someplace else.
Hold on, no, I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you an example of, because I was asking ChatGPT to give me an example of like people that practice science.
Medieval Islam, right? Is that science?
I don't know nothing about medieval.
It been the golden age of Islam.
Yeah. I would say that. It wasn't modern science though. It definitely was science.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And they was the modern science is the total. Remember, we learned that yesterday. We had a solid, although we was arguing and bickering, it was a lot of things brought out that it wasn't to those Christians, strangely, separated the religion from the science. That's the characterization of modern science. That there is no religion attached to anything. Remember, they was working on it during the golden age, right? It was science, right? They still had the science. They was developing tools. Remember, the Muslims was developing tools because they was artisans and the legend of being able to make great tools, right? Remember that? But they was trying to separate it, but they hadn't quite made that break yet, right? By the time they developed that scientific method, right? Bacon and them, they totally was like, nah, we ain't gonna have can't have no religion nowhere in it nowhere. No belief, nothing. That's serious right there. That's the break.
Can I have the floor for just a second? I want to make 2 points. One, attribute to Proto and all the work that the ancient did. If anyone understands how lazy the Greeks were, if that foundational work wasn't there, they wouldn't have had the data that was necessary to do what they did, which was develop philosophy. Now, to my second point, when we talk about science and modern science especially, there are attributes that quantify as modern science. Without all these elements in place, you're not talking about modern science, which is the philosophical grounding, which Ankh alluded to, methodological naturalism. Then you have your hypotheses, your falsifiability, your institutionalization. That means peer review process, and of course, the highest degree of the scientific method, which is the novel testable prediction, which is indicative of understanding mechanisms and laws, right? Prior to that, you had natural philosophy. Einstein was in the realm of natural philosophy, quote unquote sciences, right? The sciences, but it was still in the realm of natural philosophy. The foundation at that point in time was still theological, which was, like Uncle was saying, the reason God did it. So before that, right? Before that, we don't have any science whatsoever. We have mechanisms which are incorporated into science, of which again we are talking about human ingenuity. When you look at domestication and cultivation, the systematic application of patterns and processes, pattern recognition, is the foundation of which science is built.
So
basically, so that's what I was getting at. That what you just sent me, right?
Yeah.
You see, like
go ahead.
Some of the overlap is right. Why it's not modern. Control
testing their ideas.
Control clinical trial, right? Same thing with Hippocrates. right? Because even with Islam, right, they mix the God with the sign, but it's not like the Egyptian way. Basically, it was like God say the laws, the shit is fixed, but it didn't interfere with their calculation. You know what I'm saying? It just said it, God made these laws this way, and then here's how the laws work. You know what I'm saying? So they still had like shit like that.
Yeah,
so
you talking about what you talking about? The Christians?
The golden age of Islam. Like they.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't fused in the way.
Yeah.
So look, this the breakdown that they gave me, right? It said ancient thinkers like Aristotle and Ptolemy studied nature and built explanations. That's science in a broad sense, but modern science requires testing ideas with experiments. That shift happens during the scientific revolution.
Yeah. It's time to revolution. We talked about it yesterday. We just was so much arguing and shit, man. I hate that, man. We brought out a lot of good information, yo. Huh?
Yeah, the framework the framework changed, right? So you can say Aristotle them in Islam, they were practicing science.
Yep. I ain't deny that.
Just not modern science.
Yeah.
Right. Correct. Yeah, I didn't deny that.
Claudius Ptolemy, so forth, so on. Right. All right.
Yep. But not enough to apply though.
And that's what makes
okay with none of y'all
so important.
I still don't have no issue with saying it's the
I got you. You made me
see,
get that clip.
see,
I'm gonna bring that soul.
I think we were starting to
you
get
clip me up.
somewhere.
It's the astronomy of the day.
Hold on,
right.
if Kelly
Taking no further than that.
If Kelly Ellerby can hear me out there, I think we were starting to get somewhere with his problem with the word proto. That's
him having a problem, not us.
His problem with the word proto, and the reason why he doesn't want to use proto is because he thinks it's calling them like some dumb ancients.
Yeah, that's not true.
Right there. No, he said it right there. He said, you see it? He says is that it's a technological argument. I don't know. Is it still there? Sorry, move. He said that the reason why he's proto because the you argue more technology. It's the technological argument versus.
So he don't understand the word proto. It's not us. I clearly understand what it is. Don't mean what he's saying at all.
Yeah, and engineering
he says a technological argument.
Understanding theory. So engineering isn't science. So engineering, you can use science in the modern sense, but you can build things without understanding mechanism. Without
no. That's not what he means. That's not what he means. He said, "Is that see it right here? You can't see it, kid." He said, "Is that a technological argument versus the usage of science?" So basically, he's saying, like, the difference between it's still science, but it's because we have the tools, right? Whether it's the telescope. Different. You know what I mean? That's what he said. That's his argument for why he has an issue with it. He said it's more. He said it's still science, but one has more technology to engage with at a higher level.
All of that to get away from saying proto, man. I mean, hey, you got it if that's what you believe, bro.
I'm just trying to,
What'd he say?
He said I got it. He said I got it right. He's just trying to figure out. You got to figure out what a person's saying. Still,
I hear him, but I'm like, what's so bad about the proto? Let's just call it.
Let's call it what it is,
and let's let it lie. Let it rest right where it's at.
Let's call it young science.
Why we gotta call it natural?
Why
we gotta say they was practicing advanced? Why we gotta say they was practicing advanced technology science?
Ken, I realize what it is, right? Sosa got the same problem that Ifa got with it. You think it's some type of Eurocentrism or something, where they think they got the best shit. That's what's going on here.
The thing is, Sosa don't agree with Ifa when Ifa says
Ifa go hard.
Hold on, when Ifa says that it's not proto science, Sosa don't agree with that.
Yeah. Because Ifa go too hard. We're gonna pull it up. We got their word because you put it up on the screen, didn't you? You put it on the screen, right?
He just dismisses proto because he still would say primitive.
Nah, he wouldn't even say primitive because
he's not gonna say that.
It make it seem like they dumb. So
yeah, come on. Yo.
No, I got a post. Where he said primitive.
I don't know, man. He confused. Nah, I don't know. But
yeah, we gotta stop embellishing though. I mean,
yeah, man.
Yeah, no, but hold on now. I don't think he said. See what I'm saying? He just
Yes.
disagreed with
I'm
them.
speaking in
He was,
general.
yeah, he never said like niggas was
Come
out
on,
there like
man. We
telling
did,
jokes.
yo. He just
Yeah,
realized that archaeoastronomy that
we can't
wasn't
do it like
practice,
that.
man.
Yeah,
He
we can't
working
do it
on
like
it.
that. We can't mix them in with like with Mozzie saying like or somebody saying
No, he
yeah
ain't Mozzie. No, he
yes
ain't.
we can't. You know what I'm saying?
But he running beside him though. He
He
ain't with him,
proto
but he
he
Nah,
proto
nah,
Mo- hey Mozzie is proto him.
yeah,
nah, nah,
yeah,
nah,
Mozzie in the middle of the street with it,
nah,
about to get ran over, yo. Ethan
nah,
running down the sidewalk and shit.
Mozzie on his way
nah.
to Mozzie on his way to being Ether in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to
Nah,
understand
my
my.
man ain't that. Nah, Ethan ain't dumb like that. I ain't never gonna put that nigga with
Yeah,
him.
I'm just
Nah, that
saying,
nigga
yo.
ain't dumb. Nah, my man ain't
Yeah,
dumb.
but
Like, he ain't dumb.
a
He
tad bit.
intelligent.
A tad bit.
Nah, nah, you mean a tab? Nah, nope.
Tad bit on the
Nah.
Mozzie. On the
Nah,
Mozzie.
hell no. You tripping, yo.
Listen,
Y'all tripping.
listen.
Hey, Cedric.
Anybody
Hey,
that's not,
Cedric.
hey,
Hey,
I'm
Cedric.
gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Anybody that's sold bean pies is suspect. I'm
Oh
gonna
What?
say
man.
it.
Oh, man, you wild dog. That was 20 years ago. I ain't agreeing to that,
Cold
yo. You
blooded, yo.
tripping, yo. That ain't even funny, yo, because I know the
Cold
nigga. The
blooded,
nigga
man.
wasn't no
Yeah, that's
decent.
okay. I'm gonna say it. Why? Because I'm in a cult, and only somebody that was in a
Oh, yeah,
cult
he did.
can have
Yeah, he
that
did.
type of
Yeah, he
reason.
earned it. You earned
He's a
that, Ethan.
bean pie selling cult member.
You earned it. You earned it. I ain't paying him
Man,
no mind.
we gotta shut this thing
I
down,
thought when he
man.
said it was a cult, I thought like it meant something different because he grew up with me. I
Nah,
never
you
thought he
knew
meant it.
exactly what it meant. And
No,
nigga
I
try to
don't think.
play it. Nigga try to play it.
I thought he was trying. I ain't think he meant it like that. I ain't think. I ain't think he meant it the way them bitch ass niggas mean it. That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
If
he
them
meant it
bitch
Yeah,
ass
exactly the
niggas
same.
mean
He meant
he
it
something.
did the
exactly the
Dr.
same way.
Fork.
I don't
He
think
did
he
the
meant
Dr.
that.
Fork thing and all that. That's why he's selling
No,
bean
he ain't
pies,
mean that.
and
He meant
that's
it.
why he's selling.
I
That's
don't
He
why
meant
he's
agree.
it the
selling
exact
bean
same
pies,
way, yo.
and
I
If you
don't agree.
Hey,
you come
words
out of a
mean
cult.
things, yo.
I don't
listen,
agree
if
with
you
y'all
go to
And
niggas.
that's
Unbiased
okay.
channel
I
right now,
shot him
right?
up.
Uh huh.
I
You
shot
say
You
him
go
up.
to
so?
Unbiased channel, right?
Uh huh.
He went he has a cult, right? So
Yeah,
the niggas
yeah,
over
yeah.
there is tribalistic. And if you get in that chat, them niggas
Yeah,
gonna
boy.
attack you like you in a, it's a
Yeah, they gonna
goddamn.
check. Yeah, it's hard to separate the shit, ain't it,
You
yo?
can't
But it
really
ain't a
see the
cult. But it
difference
ain't a
between.
cult though.
I know, but you can't. But it feels that way. When you ever been in a
Yeah.
goddamn Abo chat to say something, nigga,
You ever
they
been in a
attack.
Christian? You ever been in a Christian chat?
Yeah,
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 it
yeah.
feels like one.
Hold on, but hold on.
Or
If you
be
been
a
you ever
pseudo.
been
Listen,
hold
be
on.
a pseudo in this chat and see
Nah,
how they
look.
get at you.
But hold on. I've been on TikTok in Christian chats and gotten kicked out. I don't say, yo, they acting like they in the cult. No, I mean they just believe what they believe and they don't fuck with what I'm talking about. That don't mean they in the cult.
No, I didn't
It
say that,
feel
but
like it. I get your
I never
point.
said that. They don't. That's not. I said it feels that way.
It don't even feel
Right?
like
Shit,
it to me.
Judah them got kicked folks out of
I
communities
don't even know what
quickly
it feel like
for
to damn.
soloisms.
I don't even know what it feel like to goddamn.
You know what it feels like, yeah. Yeah, you go over there arguing with Wu Jao Saw at the height.
Oh yeah, now
Man,
they in
niggas
the
on your
cult.
head over there,
Yeah,
bro.
they in the cult.
Shit. You kick off panels, all type of stuff, bro. Shit,
Get
what?
told you can't comprehend this shit.
No.
Yeah.
No
Hey,
reason.
Cedric. Hey, Cedric, you know what we found out about you tonight, though? You can't even use no motherfucking slides on Sad Talk no more, yo. You're done because you can go like 15 minutes straight without no slides, nigga. So
Look how
you
he
done.
put me on the
Just for the
spot,
record,
yo.
nigga, we realize
Look
that,
at
yo.
this,
Let me
yo.
let me be
You are
direct to your
terrible.
ass, nigga. I'm telling you,
You are
you're
terrible.
done. You're done.
You are
You're
terrible.
officially done. It's
You are
called
terrible.
Sad Talk. No
You
slides
are
allowed. That's what
terrible.
they do. They get up there
You
and they talk for 20 minutes straight, and they don't have no
you are
slide. Yo, you
terrible.
can do that, yo.
You are incorrigible.
Man, check it. Man,
Yeah,
we at
yeah.
3 hours, man. We gonna shut them on down, man.
All right, man. It was fun. We had a good one today. That was a good one. I like these kind of conversations. We ain't cussing each other out.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
was a good
yeah,
conversation, even with even though it was some drama in Facebook and all that, everything good though.
yeah. I'm knowing
Come
that.
on
Yeah,
back,
that's
come on
all
back
good.
to the
That's all good
Discord,
fun.
Ifa.
Yeah, that's all good fun, you. That's
uh
all good fun. Yeah. Like today, I went all the way left field. I put up a post saying Ifa saying they got aliens in in Kemet now, and now we know he never said nothing like that, right? So that's just shooting the dozens. Yeah, you go, you start that Facebook trolling. I'm the best at it.
Sure indeed. Hey, Ant man, we ain't really get to the meat
I thought we did.
We
joint.
talked about it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about it a little bit, Kent. But
I was just gonna say for the next joint, if you want to dive
Yeah,
back, because you ain't get to show your pictures. You had some pictures you wanted to show and all that, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yo.
Yeah,
What we
Thank
missed? What we
next show
missed?
cause he had something he was gonna
she got a
present, but
little
we gonna
presentation.
next joint next week we gonna go ahead and get that out the way.
Yeah.
And
'Cause what I got on, I want to show how the Milky Way. You know, we talked about how they mapped it, but I want to be able to show it. So I got a couple of slides so you can see.
you say 50 slides? What you say?
No shit. No.
That was Gullah. That nigga put a 50 pack on it. Like, what the fuck is
a
you
50
doing?
pack on your head top.
Somebody locked that nigga up. You ain't put 50 slides.
Hey, and in the chat, I dropped
Oh
a pretty
man.
good article from space.com about the cosmic web. So if y'all want to check that out, I know we touched on that a little bit
I
to
know on
give
some of
y'all
the
an
future
understanding of what
on some of the
we was
future
talking about.
on some of the future space shows, I'm gonna bring up that what's the name of that shit, man? Damn, I just had it too. The game I was telling you about, the little space
Oh,
joint.
Universal Sandbox.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring that up and so I can show some shit on there. But yeah, man, it was a good one though. You know what I mean? We got another show coming up Tuesday with Chill. He wanna do some Black History for Black History Month. Then said Talk Wednesday, another Gullah joint, and whatever else we plan on doing next week.
Yeah, we gotta let Chill bring his 50 pack and then we joke him after he bring the 50.
Already. Yeah. Me and Sosa got to
Yeah,
cook up
next step,
another one soon. Hey Sosa, they asking for another exceptional human thing, whatever again, man. Part two,
yeah.
whatever. We gotta do
Y'all
some
did
shit.
that? Y'all did it
Yeah.
already?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah, a
did
couple
the
Who the fuck
first
was
one.
that?
Yeah, we were going all night long on the next channel. We were on the Community of Skeptics, and we had
y'all was
Let me start some
yeah,
shit again.
y'all were battling with us, man. Battling with
What?
YouTube.
I'll start some shit.
Yeah, Sosa start some shit. Boy. He can argue from any side. I'm like, nigga
Look, we
crazy.
was live, y'all was live. We was like, what the hell they doing over there?
Oh,
yeah,
that's what happened.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah. Both of us were live. So I had pseudo killers on the TV, and I was on the platform with you,
That was a
and
good
there
one.
was no point for us to end the show because we was deep in the war zone at that point.
Yeah, we was making sure nobody else got no shine at all. That's how we doing it. Yeah, nigga.
Yeah,
Yep.
tune
Hey,
in Wednesday.
Gary, you can Gary say he got some info on that galactic cartography show, Kent. So we make sure
Okay,
we
yeah.
get him the link.
Hell yeah.
Didn't y'all send him the link today?
Yeah, earlier, but I sent it to him kind of late. I meant to
Oh.
send it to him before we started.
Oh, that's why he said he thought it was Saturday. Yeah,
No, it was supposed to be yesterday, but I wasn't feeling too good.
till
And then
Saturday.
Uncle was already live, so
Yeah,
it
he
was like
was.
it kind of worked out.
Anthony was up there beefing with me. We was up there beefing. Y'all gotta look at that show. Anthony got the wild up.
What show? We talking about
What?
old boy.
I
Yeah,
was
yo,
like,
you was there, man.
Easy man. I watched a little
listen,
bit of that.
thank you, Sosa. I read your comment in the chat, and that's why I held on for as long as I could. Sosa said, "Oh boy, I hope Cedric took his Xanax."
Oh man.
Said you
Yeah,
got the loudest voice.
they are the show in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But Kosh went, fucking conspiracy theories crazy at the end.
Yeah,
So,
I know. We
like,
brought it all the way out of
I
him, yo. Brought it. That's
I
how
thought
we
he
get
was
the nigga.
sensible at, but in the beginning, I was like, okay, cause they was banging each other when I first came in.
Yeah.
And then he made a sharp left, bro. And then
Skirt,
yeah, and then went on
skirt.
the head. I was like, damn.
He started calling us nigga, y'all Negroes. I was like, what? I ain't know whether to be offended when he kept calling us that. I say, man, this is dumbass Hebrew shit.
Yeah, he was.
Conspiracy theory matched with Hebrew nonsense, choked up with social condemnation. It was wild.
Already. Shoot, man, we gonna got
Y'all
that.
Negroes.
We gonna get on up out of here.
Y'all Negroes act like they got science and not apply in high level math.
Man.
Newtonian physics.
They tried us, kid.
Yes, indeed, man.
All right, Anthony, man, great work today, bro. I learned a lot, yo.
Appreciate everybody coming through, man, and checking us out. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for more.
Most definitely. Got it coming.
I'm a pseudo killer intellectual sunstring. I'm a pseudo killer intellectual sunstring. I'm a pseudo killer intellectual sunstring. Who do you believe in? People bringing misinformation when that information ain't disinformation. That's disinformation. Gotta know the difference in information. Get information with the pseudo killer army hunting pseudo. Cause you gotta train your mind to fight against them pseudo judo. People with the scholarship salute, we give them kudos. But the people with that look of shit, we look and see straight through those like telescope. If you ain't speaking fast, we gotta tell them folks and let them know the truth of. You bringing malinformation to blast, then you the Ku Klux. Like say, don't talk me to death, bro, what the proof of? Good choo-choo chillin', why you wanna go way bad choo-choo up? Shalom boy got the tank in the cut. I'm in Sosa world plotting on the kick though with Kent. Come and Tiffany gave me the pseudo names on the list and said went and got the low. Anthony got him in the scope, Gullah and Gozy. Make sure DNA ain't a problem for them folks, cause a pseudo gon' die, they saw us. I'm a pseudo killer.